Y'all hang on a second. I got to take myself some medicine. I forgot to do it. Isn't that a great way to open the show? It's supposed to be something like, hi, guys. How are you? Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm so-and-so, and you're doing something, and hello. But it's Sunday night, and I'm a little bit sore. Give me a sec. Gotta love the Motrin. That'll kick in about 2 hours, and I'll feel better. Anyhow, hi. How are you guys? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a great Sunday. I just said it, for God's sake. Hope you've had a great Sunday. Mad Max says it's my birthday, Monkey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mad Max. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great one. I really do. And, what a day. What a day. I woke up and the first thing I saw was that video of the old man yelling white power. Did you guys watch that video? Oh my God. And Donald Trump had retweeted it. And I was like, okay. So here's what happened. There's a old folks home somewhere in, I'm guessing, Florida, because it's old folks. Sorry to be stereotypical there, but that's where we keep the old folks in the country. Oddly enough, we keep a lot of them here too. We bring a lot of old people to Michigan for the summer here, and then we send them down to Arizona the rest of the time. It's not like by decree, it just seems to happen. But there's this old folks home, Shady Acres or something like that. And they're having a golf cart parade for Trump, it looks like. And then there's other old people who are having a anti-Trump protest. And the very first thing you see in the video is the first car going by, the first cart, I should say, going by. And there's some people standing there and they're calling him a racist and asking him where his hood is. And he missed the perfect opportunity to say, like, I'm not your dad or something, or in your dad's closet or something, letting him know that you guys were the ones that had the hoods. You missed it, old man. I mean, maybe he just didn't think of it in the moment. But he kind of laughs at him a little bit, and then he actually says white power twice. Now, as you watch him say it, it could be that he's just shit posting in real life. It could be that he's just, you called me a racist, so I'm going to act the part kind of thing. And I'm willing to believe that, but I don't know the man. I don't know if he's racist or not. I do know that the words he chose are racist. And before anybody goes, but you can say black power and Asian power, and that's not racist. One, I consider those to be racist too, but society hasn't caught up to me yet. But two, white power has a very specific connotation with it that we cannot get away with, or we can't get away from simply by saying black power and Asian power and Latino power, whatever other kind of power you want to make it, is also said sometimes. We know what was meant there. He said white power because the accusation of racism. If you believe that he said it because of the accusation of racism, then he was saying it because he thinks it's a racist thing to say. That's what a racist would say, right? White power. There you go. So that's what I woke up to. And I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days. Do I think the guy was racist? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know the guy. I did think it was weird that these people were shouting racist at people for just driving around and they're wearing and had Trump things on, and their little Trump stickers and placards on their golf carts. These are a bunch of ridiculously wealthy old people. They have their own golf carts, for Christ's sake. Anyway. Wonder Twin power activated. That's the only one that doesn't carry some kind of racial connotation that I'm aware of, Judge Dead. Or Judge Death. I keep calling you Judge Dead, and I don't know why. That's how my brain has interpreted it lately. I didn't used to call you that. So I move on with the rest of my day, and this is where the first of the wild accusations popped up. One of my old, what's the word I want to look for here? There's a couple of people on Twitter, I've told you guys about them before, who exist solely to suck on my nuts. They do. They just want to. And he showed up again. You guys know him. You love him. The UFO answer. He showed up again. And it was because of Joe Biden. There's a video out there of Joe Biden going around where Joe Biden said the N-word repeatedly, you guys. He said it repeatedly. And he did. It's an absolutely true video. It's from 1985. There was a some kind of hearing that had to do with I want to say it was districting. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I looked up what the exact hearing was for. But Joe Biden was reading during his questioning and stuff, he was reading this statement of facts about, I think it was the exact districting lines that had been drawn up and how some people had used incredibly racist language to try to keep it from happening. And so he twice, I think it's just twice, says the N-word in relation to the mayor of whatever place it was at the time. And one of Donald Trump's supporters, I forget her name, but she retweets this video, just the part of Biden saying that, not the whole thing, just Biden. There's only like a 3-second clip of Biden saying it. So it makes it look like Joe Biden is calling this mayor the N-word. And it's like, and she actually says, you called the mayor the N-word. I'm like, he didn't. Joe Biden didn't say that. He quoted somebody saying it. And if you want to go out there and go, well, Joe Biden shouldn't have said the N-word, you can cancel him for the N-word. True. Yes, you can. I'll still think you're an idiot for it. I might laugh along with you if you're doing it for the lulz because you're just feeding him their bullshit. But if you're saying that he actually said that, if you're suggesting he was the one calling that mayor the N-word, then you're lying. And she didn't just suggest it, she outright stated it. And so I defend Joe Biden in this. And I got called a racist for it. I got called not just a racist, but also that's showing that I am a far righter. Defending Joe Biden shows that I'm far right. I suppose the same way me defending Bernie Sanders did. I have a problem with people being lied about. I do not like people lying. Now, there's different levels to lying. And I know people go, what monkey? Now, look, there is deception. You can do things deceptively, like say, oh, Joe was using the N-word. Well, he was. But that clip doesn't show him like just casually using it, talking to his friends. You can lie by omission. You can say Joe Biden, just saying Joe Biden used the N-word. That omits everything else. That's lying in context. They do it to Donald Trump all the time. And it's a little bit more forgivable to me. Because if you at least go, as long as you get the facts of it right, I mean, if you're just playing your side, I mean, that's dirty politics, that's dirty pool, you're still a liar. But it's not like when they come out and go, he said this. Like, motherfucker, you're just lying now. You can't claim that, that's your interpretation of it. You can't claim that at a certain point. At a certain point, it's just outright lying, which is what this was. And I was called a far righty for it. Because all I ever do is suck up to Trump, you guys. But then it took a really weird turn. Really weird turn. Where I was told, well, I wasn't told, it was said about me, that I am a race realist. Now, guys, I say a lot of things here where if taken out of context, you might be able to go, okay, I can see where somebody thought that about Monkey. When it comes to race realism, I have never, ever embraced that stupid shit. From the beginning, I've said, I think it's stupid shit. I've lost viewers because I said, I think it's stupid shit. I've had people get mad at me because I say that IQ tests measure what you know, not what you're capable of knowing. Nuh-uh, monkey. It's usually the people who have their IQ memorized. But yeah, I was like, all right, look, motherfucker, you can go ahead and talk all kinds of other nonsense, but race realism, that's the hill you want to die on with me? Me. And I hate to pull that, me. Seriously, this is never once. The closest I've ever come, the closest is when I've said, let's say for argument's sake, it's real, dun, 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 and then proceed to make fun of alt-righters because they would have to keep out more honkies from their dumbass ethno state than they would be keeping out blacks, because they're just by the numbers, there would be black people smarter than the whites using their bullshit, not my bullshit, theirs. I was like, for the love of God, really? Race realism, of all the things you want to say about me, race realism is probably not the one you want to go with. If you want to tell a lie about me, go ahead, lie about some other stuff. I've probably made a joke or two that makes you uncomfortable from time to time that you could go, oh, see, he really meant that. But race realism, fuck off. But the weird accusations didn't stop there. So then I get up and I see that, then I not got up. I went over to YouTube because I saw Blair White had a new video out and Blair was trending. I was like, oh God, what'd Blair do? And Blair has a new video about Jeffree Star. And I'm like, all right. I haven't followed all of the weirdness that's going on with Jeffree Star and that group. There's this group of people. We talked about them last time they tried to cancel James Charles. There's these beauty vlogger weirdos. And I say weirdos not because of them being gay or them loving to wear makeup. I think wearing makeup's weird for a dude anyway, but that's not why I say weird. I say weird because they seem to do this to each other like once or twice a year where they just absolutely try to destroy each other. And then the next month they're best friends again. It's really weird. The first time I saw it with this particular group, it was over them being racist. And they were all like, oh my God, you're all racist. And then it calms down and they were all friends again. I'm like, oh, wow. And it just keeps happening and happening. And this time, according to Blair White, Jeffree Star, during the last instance of them trying to cancel James Charles, Jeffree Star called her up and gave her what Blair calls, credible evidence that James Charles sexually molested a YouTuber. And Blair has a problem with it because Jeffree seemed to do it as some kind of gossip, as a haha, look what dirt I have on this person kind of thing. But the whole time she's doing this, she's slandering James Charles. She doesn't say he gave me information on a YouTuber who may have molested another YouTuber. She's using his name, saying she has credible evidence of a sexual assault, but they not going to the police. That's not my place. Which, by the way, I hate this with rape and sexual assault. If I have evidence of it, it's not my place to go tell the police. You have evidence of a crime. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Eric Peters, thank you. Pizza money and 30% bend the knee tax. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Very kind of you. Excuse me. Just like I said to Lady Monkey, Jeffree's playing Blair like a fucking fiddle. I don't know who's playing who, doing what. I'm just watching it going, okay, all right. I see. If it is just done as a haha, look at this information I got, that's kind of creepy. But if you have credible evidence of somebody being sexually assaulted, that's something I believe you should go to the police with. And the notion that it's not for me to do, really? Now, she says she reached out to that person and encouraged them to go to the police. All right, fine. at that point, if you're not going to be willing, then what you shouldn't be doing is dropping the name of the person that supposedly did it. Because that is dirty as fuck. That is really dirty. Because what she did through that whole video is label James Charles a sexual assaulter while saying, I'm not going to tell anybody. Frank, thank you. I thought she said he refused to give his evidence. In her video, she said she was shown what she considers to be credible, at least a credible claim. If she has a credible claim, take it to the police. Let them go deal with it. Don't sit on that. That's libelous. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, for James to fight it, he'd have to open up his whole life. Because if he tried suing Blair over that, Blair would be like, okay, I got to see everything you've ever said to anybody ever. And maybe we find that. That's the sad point of our legal system. I'm being very generalized there, guys. Just generalized. But I mean, yeah, when you sit for a deposition, they can ask you all kinds of shit. He did. He said he said a while back he had evidence of James on his phone. Yes, I know, because apparently Jeffree Star offered this info to Keemstar and was it Ice Poseidon? Which is a weird way to. Nobody's going to police with these charges. Nobody's going to police with this evidence. But it's supposedly based on if I'm understanding correctly, not an email, a voicemail, which to me doesn't say credible evidence. That just says a claim, or even a credible claim. That's just. But you're out there. I don't know if James Charles has assaulted anyone or not. I don't. I have no clue one way or another. But that's like an 18-minute video that just keeps over and over and over again saying James Charles sexually assaulted somebody without giving a damn bit of evidence. Without giving a damn bit. That is a wild accusation. You better bring something else. Now this next one, this is actually going on right now. Do you guys know who Eric July is? He goes by Young Ripa here on Twitter, or on Twitter, on YouTube. On Twitter, he's Eric July. On here, he's Young Ripa. And he's I don't know if he's actually an ANCAP or if he's just libertarian. I know I've seen him make the libertarian arguments, and that's where he seems like he actually is, but sometimes he seems to drift into ANCAP. But real quick, thank you, Scott. Just spent the whole day doing a ton of work on my car just for the alternator to give out on the way home. Here's shekels for being good background noise to all my 4-letter words. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope it's I hope you can get one cheap and replaced easily. Damn. Virgil says he's ANCAP as fuck. I'll take your word for it. Anyway. Ninja. Do you guys know Ninja? The blue-haired gamer who won't play games with girls because it might make the internet say he's having sex with them. Yeah. He's not worried about the internet saying he has sex with the guys he plays with. I'm just going to let that hang out there. Ninja put out a post saying that he wants the state, local, and federal authorities to crack down on people who don't wear masks. And Eric July just pointed out, well, you're basically asking for people to possibly be hurt. Actually, I believe Eric's first thing was go fuck yourself, blue-haired boy, or something like that. But then he responded again. He was like, do you understand what you're asking for? Do you understand what you're asking for? Now, this is where the what's it called? Wild accusation came in. There's a whole lot of people in his replies because of him daring to go against the mighty blue-haired ninja who doesn't like the girls. with all kinds of manner of, let's call them borderline racist. Borderline. For instance, one guy called him a MAGA Uncle Tom. Was that the exact wording? And it struck me. I realized that in the liberal world, there are only two types of blacks. There's the good ones and the Uncle Toms. The good ones and the Uncle Toms. And that should tell you all you really need to know about the left. He's an Uncle Tom because he doesn't believe that people should be forced into wearing masks. When you're talking about forcing, I was accused of straw manning because Ninja put out a post reply to Eric July saying, one of my friends lost their mom or their grandma to COVID. I really hope nobody ever dies from it. And I responded to that post with, I hope nobody gets shot by the police for not wearing a mask. And somebody like, that's a straw man, monkey. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because what happens when you give the police the power to make people wear a mask? What happens when that person refuses? What happens when there's a scuffle? You think they're just, oh, we're sorry. We didn't know you didn't want to wear one. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Anytime you are talking about giving the government power to enforce some kind of law, you are essentially giving them the ultimate power to kill. That's just true. Now, that's not saying they're being killed for that, but that's the kickoff of it. How you doing, Jack?
Good. How are you? That was enthusiastic.
Did you get all that?
Yeah, that was very enthusiastic. Just, I know I exist.
I took a late nap, which I really shouldn't have done. I was sitting here. I was going to stream earlier, and I'd even told Lady Monkey I'm going to stream in just a little bit. And this was about 4 o'clock. I rolled myself my cigarettes, got everything set up, and I came in here and I sat down and I responded to like 2 people on Twitter. I'm like, I just need to go lay down. So I went and laid down and I woke up 3 hours later, about maybe an hour and a half ago now. And even for me, somebody who keeps such weird late hours, a nap at that time just feels off.
Yeah.
You wake up and it's just like, what daytime thing is it right now? Like my chi is off a little bit. That's all.
Your chi?
My chi.
Oh.
My Schwing Fei is off, or feng shui, swing-a-doo.
Well, if your feng shui's off, you should redesign your room. But if your chi is off, your kung fu will be weak.
I think it's a combination of both. I have weak decorating.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Well, when you decorate with kung fu, these things happen.
No, I was just talking about there's a Ninja and Eric July arguing on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that.
No. I think I caught part of somebody commenting about Ninja, but I don't really give a fuck about that guy.
The argument itself, I do find interesting because I do think too many people are way too willing to run to the government to protect them.
Yeah.
Which is very weird. Very weird, because a lot of these same people are your BLMers. The ones who, why did the police act like this towards people? And you want to give them more power.
Oh, yeah.
You want to give them another reason to stop a black man. Remember, black men, in the county there in, what was it, Oregon? Where they're like, oh, no, blacks don't even have to wear the masks because, they might get shot or something.
Yeah, but they did rescind that, by the way.
Oh, I'm not shocked.
No, because it's totally illegal.
Very, very, very much so. That's against federal law. Ranting Monkey, I'm going to stream. Couch, I'm going to ruin this man's plan for the evening. It wasn't the couch. I actually went and laid down in my bed. I was downstairs, so I should have known at that point. Like I should have just planned to go to sleep. So what happens is I go in there and I lay down, like, I need a shower. So I got up and I went and took a shower real fast. And I came and laid down. And I'm laying there with just my underwear on. Just my underwear. The blanket's off me. Hands behind my head watching some Married with Children.
That was your death knell right there.
And about halfway through the episode, I'm like, I'm going to slide under these blankets. And about 10 minutes later, I woke up 3 hours later.
I have a rule. Whenever I sit down in a chair that looks even remotely comfortable, whether it's an actual chair, a sofa, a padded bench, my first thought is, could I sleep on this? And if I say yes, I'm probably going to end up taking a nap there.
Well, I can sleep. I've slept standing up. So yeah, that rule wouldn't work for me. Time travel, close enough, Caramon. I woke up and I actually had a dream that Lady Monkey had gotten in bed beside me and handed me a kitten. And it was a very real dream. And I woke up and I was like, where's my kitten? I'm like, I don't have a kitten. So I went back to sleep for about half an hour. Who is Ninja? Ninja is a gamer. What was he? He was on that Microsoft one that failed.
Oh, Mixer?
Mixer, yes. Yeah. He started on Twitch, went to Mixer with a big deal. Unfortunately for Microsoft, nobody with money cares about Ninja because his fans are all like 10. And I'm not being mean here. It's just.
Doesn't he play exclusively Fortnite or something dumb like that?
Yeah. He's a weird blue-haired Fortnite player.
Yeah. I've seen his picture, and he looks like somebody that transitioned into a man.
I'm just going to remind everybody one more time. I'm not going to cast aspersions. I'm not going to suggest what this might mean. But he won't play with girl streamers because the internet might think that he has sex with them. But he's fine playing with male streamers. Just going to leave that out there.
I stand by my statement. I think
I stand by mine. I think he's okay. Anyhow, so
look, he was on some Pepsi cutout I saw at the grocery store when I was at Meijer a while back, and I was like, who's this idiot? And I'm like, he doesn't look like an athlete because he's all spindly looking, and he looks like if he was a little bit skinnier and could grow facial hair, he'd probably be like some homeless guy out of Void.
Yeah.
So it turned out he was like a Fortnite player. Some little kid told me because I said it out loud. I was like, "Who's this idiot?" To one of my friends, and this kid happened to be going by and said, "Oh, that's Ninja. He plays Fortnite." And I was like, "Oh, that explains a lot right there." And then I had to have you guys explain it to me one night.
I've watched very little of his stuff. Usually, only when he makes an ass of himself. Which he does quite often, actually.
Oh yeah,
he's a dick. He's a complete dick.
That was a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Guy that beats up on 10-year-olds on a video game is a total asshole. What?
I know. Look, there's a lot of people who play that game, and there's some who are. My wife likes the game, and so she not only plays it, but she watches some streamers. And some of the people she watches, I catch them when I'm out in the living room, and I'm like, I'd watch this person if I, gave a shit about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because they're having fun with it, even though they're winning and stuff, they're not being dicks about it. I've seen him. I don't want to call him a cocksucker because of the thing I left hanging earlier. I don't want anybody to suggest that I'm calling this man a complete homosexual, but he's kind of a cocksucker.
There's this story about shoes and fitting.
Mm-hmm.
And about princesses.
Yeah. Speaking of complete homosexual, I saw another wild accusation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing wild accusations tonight, Jack.
Oh, cool.
The ones I've done so far is that I'm a race realist.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one. That was funny.
That one's just mind-boggling. Blair White dropping over and over and over and over again that James Charles is a sexual assaulter, while not actually. She actually did it to drag on Jeffree Star's. I was so confused by that. Jeffree Star gave her this information, and she's like, "Don't give me that information to manipulate me." Meanwhile, completely or just repeatedly calling James Charles a sexual assaulter with no proof whatsoever offered, none.
Huh.
Other than her saying she saw a credible. I'm trying to remember her exact words. A credible accusation, credible something. When you're saying there's credible proof that somebody did something, you might want to share the proof. Throwing that out there.
You would think so.
Or even credible accusation. Throw it out there so we all can hear what this credible thing is. Anyway. Then we got to how liberals, they like to throw out the accusation of Uncle Tom because they only believe in two types of black people, the good ones and the Uncle Toms. That was over the air July thing. And now I've made the horrible accusation that Ninja might be a homosexual. I don't know what he is. I know he's married. He probably likes touching pooter. But I just have always thought it was funny that he wouldn't play with girls because they might think the internet might think I have sex with them. You're okay with him thinking you have sex with guys?
Well, that slipper might fit the foot.
I don't care if he is or not, but I won't play with girls because the internet might think I have sex with them. How fucking stupid is that?
That's pretty fucking dumb.
Okay, if you're 10, all right, they might think I like girls. If you're a grown-ass man making millions of dollars off your gameplay, maybe find your sack. It's down there between your legs, or supposed to be. Anyway, the next one. Steven Crowder. Some dude who runs a nightly stream has accused him of being a homosexual. And I mean that the way I'm saying it. Accused him. Isn't it weird that we have that? You're a homosexual. Yeah, if you're saying to somebody to be you're making fun of them. All right, maybe. But when that's a charge.
What is this, 1950?
Yeah, I think so. Fuck, 1980. Let's we don't have to go back to the 50s for that one, Jack.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have to go back quite that far. Yeah, supposedly, this is what it's all based on, too. There was this kid who went on a Change My Mind segment. Wait, back up. First, there's a picture of Steven Crowder kissing his wife, where he's looking off somewhere else as he's doing it, and it kind of looks like they were taking a joke kind of photo.
Oh, okay.
But according to this dumbass, this means Steven Crowder really doesn't like to kiss his wife. But then he's interviewing this young black guy at a college for the Change My Mind segment. And Steven sits and acts the way he does literally with everybody on these things.
You mean making eye contact and listening?
Yeah, and at one point he kind of leans on his fist as they're talking, which, by the way, I've seen him do many times. I watch a lot of these. I find them interesting. And also more so for the people than Steven, just to be honest on those, because I've heard all the arguments from Steven, I like to hear what the idiots have to say. But because he sits like that, he's obviously really into the guy. And so the host of this show reaches out to that guy and asks him, I've heard rumors that you had a relationship with Steven. Was it a sexual relationship? And the guy responded back, yeah. There it is, you guys. Proof, at least according to my source, that Steven Crowder is a homosexual.
That's not proof at all.
I was just like, what? Ranting Monkey, are you talking about Barely Informed with Elad because he had said it? I don't. No, it's got a different name, like Night Show or Midnight Hour or some silly shit like that. Angry Illinois, and thank you. I play video games with girls all the time. I play Guild Wars 2 for crying out loud. The leader of the guild is a girl in real life. I know. Ninja's worried that if he plays with girls, people will think he doesn't think they have cooties.
Or he's so arrogant, he thinks that just by playing a video game with a girl, people think that he's banging them.
Right.
Like,
well, you know what? They might even think that. Ignore them. Doesn't mean you have to put your dick in them.
Well, he would be obligated then, right? That's how that works.
I mean, Cirque says it was called Nightwave is the name of the show. Nightwave. Frank, thank you. Do you remember the guy saying he was Piazza's boyfriend? No. Not at all. I'm assuming you're talking about the catcher, Mike Piazza. That's not a good thing. The baseball catcher, Mike Piazza. I don't know if Piazza's a catcher, a pitcher, or if he likes women. I really don't. But no, I don't remember that. No, that's the proof. Proof, you guys. Look, I don't know if Steven Crowder bangs dudes. Don't care. I just like that it's an accusation. There's proof Steven Crowder likes the boys. All right.
Wow.
And
nobody cares these days. That's between him and his wife, if he's into dudes or not. I thought he was gay the first time I saw him. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I still don't care. I didn't care then. I don't care now. He might be just kind of effeminate. I know some of those guys too, who just have very effeminate mannerisms. I don't give a fuck either way. None of this involves me, and it doesn't involve this idiot. He should keep his business to himself.
I don't even care.
Gay is not that big of a deal.
I don't even care if Ninja's gay. I don't care if Ninja's is sucking 6 dicks right now. I just thought that whole thing was funny.
Yeah,
I think I'm having sex with the girls.
Stupid.
But you're okay with that? You're okay with it if they think about guys? All right, man. You do you. Have a Funko Pop, whatever, man. This has zero bearing on Crowder's opinions. It's true. But you have to remember Crowder's a righty, a far righty, you guys.
Oh no.
Yeah. I saw them like, oh my God, that's so stupid. And according to the guy's timeline, because I did go find the guy and look it all up, he claims to be the guy who was on. He looks like the guy who was on. Is it a verified account? No. But the account has been around for a while. I think it was created in 2018. I don't care if he blew Steven Crowder or if Steven blew him or either way. I don't care. I loved his name is Mersh. Yeah, that's him. Mersh. Tubby neck bearded bastard.
His name is Mersh?
Mersh.
That sounds a lot like MRSA, and you don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah. And I don't care. I was like, man, there are wild accusations all over the place today. All over. And that's why I had to take a nap. That's not why I had to take a nap. I was just lazy.
Your body was worn out from all the nonsense.
I would have 2 or 3 babies in Crowder's wife by now. Crowder's wife's hot. Maybe she doesn't want babies right now. Or maybe she agreed to be a beard.
You never know.
It's like, you're rich and and kind of famous. Yeah, I'll marry you. Keep me looking pretty and I'll be your beard. Who used to do that? Oh yeah, half of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't care. That's unless there's something of Steven where he's denigrating gay people. And I don't just mean, calling him by the way, if Steven's gay, then Susan owes him a whole bunch of apologies for the Lispy queer stuff.
Yeah.
Because that would mean he's allowed to say all of that.
That would have been a good time for him to come out too. Right?
Yeah. That makes all of the jokes about Carlos Maza okay. I hear Jack swallows planets whole. CNN verifies the reports. Well, I've heard that about him too. But he's good people, so.
Convert them into energy first and then consume them.
Monkey Mersh is on Revenge of the Sis. Okay, you guys can tell me all about Mersh, and I'm going to tell you this. Just from what I saw, I know more about him than I'm ever going to want to. He's a hyperbolic, fat neckbeard fuck who thinks you're gay is like the biggest news out there.
Yeah, that's middle school shit.
Yeah, and his proof is some dude on Twitter said yeah to him.
Which means nothing. He could be like, yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, totes gay.
Yeah.
We were totally banging.
I just like according to my source. Your source is a rando you asked on there who could have been just like fucking with you. Because like kind of a dumbass answer because yeah, sure, I'm gay. Whatever. I don't know if the kid's gay or not. But if he is, you just outed him to his college. Good job, dickhead. Maybe he didn't want that.
Right? Real quick. Thank you, Jordan 250. I ain't gay, but $5 for Jack is $5. Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah. Money's money, right? No, it's been an interesting day, man. I don't think I've seen any. Oh, you know what? I did see some real news, and it's real depressing news.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who didn't see this shit coming? Let me find the articles right here. 112 injured or killed in 83 shootings over 9 days in New York City.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
That's 9 a day on average.
That is crazy. That's like 1980s level of shootings in New York.
That's not, yeah, when I said 9 a day, that's 9 shootings a day, not 9 people shot, because some of these were multiple shootings. Let me bring up the article and get the actual list. Let's see. On Friday, 6/19, 8 shootings with 9 victims. Thank you, Torcular, for the donation with no message. If you meant to have a message, toss it in there and I will do my best to make sure I read it. Jack, can you help me keep an eye on that?
Sure.
Yeah, if you meant to have a message, let me know. Let's see. So on the 19th, 8 shooting incidents with 9 victims. On Saturday, the 6/20, there were 18 shootings with 24 victims.
Jesus.
On Sunday, the 21st, 2 shootings with 5 victims. Their aim is getting better. Thank you, Frank, who says, thank you, Cuomo. Indeed. Let's see. On Monday, the 22nd, 11 shootings with 17 victims.
Torcular said, no message, just monies.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, sir. I appreciate it. Where are we? Tuesday, the 23rd, 10 shootings with 10 victims. On the 24th, 3 shootings with 5 victims. Thursday, we have 5. Thursday, the 25th, 5 shootings with 8 victims. Friday, the 26th, 9 shootings with 10 victims. And yesterday, 17 shootings with 24 victims.
And it's going to get worse because the cops are standing down because they don't want to get accused of racism or lose their jobs over some justifiable shooting.
Right, Jack? Jack says, thank God they have all those gun laws. Some of those victims might have defended themselves. Sure, yeah. And then we'd have one more victim each day. It's insane. And you're right. With all of the talk we have about police lately, and not just them standing down, Jack, the utter disrespect from the highest leadership of the Democratic Party down to the local mayors, to sometimes the police chiefs themselves, just talking all kinds of shit about how horrible the police are, to where you get defund the police to be an actual talking point on the national stage, taken seriously.
Oh, it's even worse than that because they are defunding the police in places like Minneapolis.
Well, in New York, didn't they say they were doing that too? They were going to be backing off and looking at sending in more counselors and stuff. In this case, I guess it's going to be grief counselors.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah.
I do have something to make you smile, though.
What you got? Okay. Now, is this going to make me smile in a good way, or is this going to my evil self way?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
All right, let's see. What's this one? Oh, I saw this.
I watched it about 30 times, I think.
So did I. Let's see if I don't know if how my internet's doing right now. So now I'm not going to play the volume on this one because it's people shouting. But we'll throw the link into chat. You guys can go watch it. If you listen very close, you got to turn it up quite loud to be able to hear it. The woman we're about to see is threatening a police officer. Pay attention to this thing right here. She comes up. Done. Yeah. She actually says something to the effect of like, I will kick your fucking ass or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's not a good thing to say to a police officer.
No, it's pretty dumb. People are stupid though. And these kids are arrogant. They think they can get away with this shit every single time. It's not going to happen. If you truly lived in a fascist state, the second they started protesting, they would have been rounded up and arrested, and any sign of violence would have just been shooting into a crowd.
You know, you and me have been watching the streams together of these people acting an ass.
Mm-hmm.
If the police were as bad as we're told, there would be dead bodies as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, absolutely. There would be a lot fewer protests because a lot of protesters would be dead.
Yeah.
And it would de-incentivize a lot of this.
And instead, what you see is these idiots allowed to do all kinds of... Set a fucking store on fire. Nobody got arrested for that.
Yep. And even if they did, they would have been cut loose.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people that are out there screaming at the cops, threatening to kill their children, all this, in most countries, at minimum, you would have been beaten down. But Western civilization has this thing about human rights where we allow this sort of thing. And you know what? I'm all for freedom of speech, but these people do not understand how good they have it. And to continue to say that you live in a fascist country is laughable on its face.
Yeah.
And they're pushing for communism, which is even at least as bad.
Well, I mean, I've said this from the beginning. Communism, since I've been on this show, communism it requires an authoritarian government. And a strong-handed authoritarian government, because as soon as people start to realize that their fair system isn't fair, that you're working harder than the guy next to you and you're getting the same rations, people start to speak up and go, excuse me, why isn't he being made to work harder? And it's because in communism, I know Sean Hannity quotes this a lot. What is it? From each according to their ability, or to each according to their need, from each according to their ability, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it means that you have to work as hard as you can. That guy next to you, he doesn't have to work as hard as you, but you're getting the same stuff. Somebody's going to start to speak up and they're going to go, this is wrong. And then they're going to get shot in a prison in an escape attempt.
Yeah. They'll be disappeared into the darkness, probably with their family. And that sort of shit doesn't happen here. So it doesn't happen in most Western countries. But you go down to any warlord-run area, Somalia, that sort of place, or just a third world country with a dictator like Venezuela, you're going to have a lot of disappearances. People know to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
So that sort of stuff does not happen here. And the fact that you can talk out is a sign of your freedoms. So it just pisses me off. People are so foolish and stupid. They're pushing for a system that does exactly what they say is happening now.
Angry Illinois says, love the ticker. That's a good time to remind these guys. We're brought to you by you. If you enjoy what you're saying, hit the like button, share the stream. We're not being horrible tonight, so you don't have to be embarrassed by us. And throw money at Jack and myself because we like to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that so many of these people that they are in their little commie ways and haven't, I mean, it goes back to it's never been tried right? Well, because of human nature, in order to do it, it has to be authoritarian.
Yeah.
And when they talk about fascists, that's all they really mean. They don't know what fascism really means.
No.
They just mean authoritarian. And like this woman, I guarantee she went and complained. I don't know why they would do that to me. You threatened a cop. Now, I don't know that for a fact because we didn't watch it. We don't get to see what happened next. But we've seen that night after night already. You threatened a cop. That's why they did it. The end. You're lucky they didn't arrest you for that. I've seen people get their ass kicked for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were arrested with prejudice.
Yeah. And they fell down a few times.
And I don't mean white-black prejudice. I mean, with prejudice. You know what I mean? And if you don't, your vocabulary needs some work. If you're attractive female, you likely have things done to you that you will not like. Yeah, there's that too. But don't worry, in communism, attractive females go away quickly. It's hard to stay attractive when you're not getting enough nutrients.
Yeah, everybody gets all skinny and sickly looking. Eyes
start to bulge, and yeah. It's hard to look pretty, and your teeth fall out, Communism, if I remember, will only work in small groups. I think it was over 300 people, and it will fail. I don't think it can even work in that size for long term.
No,
the only way it works in that way, it's still there has to be an authoritarian rule over it. You have to have, in order for everybody to be doing the best they can for everybody there, you have to have somebody ensuring everybody's doing the best they can for everybody there.
Real quick. Thank you, Frank. Did you guys hear about the sit-in in Louisville? They were saying it was a white supremacist. Turns out Steve Lopez was a protester from the group who had gotten into a fight and booted. I haven't heard much about Louisville, actually. Thank you, Frank. I hadn't heard about that.
There was a shooting in San Diego last night, a police shooting, and we were watching the streams from this. You guys, it was fucking amazing. So what happens is this guy who's wanted for robbery reportedly pulls out a gun on the police, and they shoot him. He's not dead. Not dead. But the protesters in San Diego last night, dear God, they had everything from him being dead to them shooting him in the back and killing him. But my favorite was, and this is a quote, you guys, talking about the San Diego police, this woman yelled, "They're still murderers. He may be alive, but that's only because he's strong."
Yeah, they kept saying he was dead over and over again.
And there was one woman who, remember when she gets up there on the megaphone, "They killed this man." Somebody's like, "He's not dead."
That was hilarious.
And so she had to correct herself. It was fucking wonderful.
I think we did actually talk about this this shooting. This was the one we watched off the air.
Yeah.
Remember the tents? Where the guys were out by those tents?
Yep.
I think this is that one.
Yeah. Do you have the link?
Yeah, I dropped it in the side chat.
Oh, okay.
It's the last one.
There we go. Guys, the link, if this does it have the video?
I don't think so. There's a video, but I don't know what it is.
Right. If the video attached is the video of the incident, I do need to warn you, there's actual violence there. This guy is standing next to this. He's by this. What is that? A tent city? I don't even know what the fuck that is. But there's a bunch of tents, and there's a black man standing by one of the tents, and there's a guy standing on the sidewalk who pulls out a gun and just blasts him, and then starts shooting all over the place. So that was what was his name?
Something Lopez.
So Mr. Lopez is the perpetrator there. Interesting. What are we gonna do about what are we gonna do about California? The only thing The only thing we could do to California is cut off their federal funding. And that's not going to happen. They have too much power. One of the bad parts of our government, Jack, is that so many of these shitbags up there, they make these deals to bring home the bacon to their states. We don't call it that much anymore. We used to call it pork. We never talk about it that much anymore. But they just bring home all kinds of money to their state, federal money that they should be paying themselves. And California subsidizes a lot of the stupid shit they do with federal money.
Yep.
The people outside of California could be like, if you want our water, you're going to have to pay 3 times as much. Because they're too liberal to use the fucking ocean.
No, that might endanger some obscure rare shrimp or something.
Well, literally, one half of the state is covered with water. They're like, we're running out of water all the time.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of desalination plants you can build. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, I don't know that you can do anything with California. And I don't think you have to do anything with California. Just stay the fuck out of it. Let them burn this up. Arizona raised California water prices. Thank you, Gamer Balloon. Good on them. Good on them, man. I don't think they did it as punishment like I would be, though. They probably needed the money. Just saying. Oh, man. Something Has to Break is trending. Is that a show? I did see the BET Awards were tonight. I didn't know those were still a thing. And I watched this opening segment where this woman was telling jokes and they just weren't funny, and I felt bad for her. But they had canned laughs, so it still worked. So, and you win some, you lose some. Thank you over on the Streamlabs Cigar Chomping Penguin, who says, oh man. Thank you for that. I'm not going to read that one on the air. But yeah, that is very kind of you. Very kind. Gamer Vleen says, no, Arizona did it in spite. Well, good for them then. Caramon says, bleh, canned laughter. Well, I think what they were doing is that they were that it's a virtual show this year. Don't quote me on that, but that's what it looked like. The set that she was on didn't look like it was actually at some big room where they were having awards. So I think what they were going for was kind of as though she was up there presenting, and maybe that's what it was. Is that it's funny if she's making fun of presenters at award shows not being funny. If she was actually trying for jokes, then it wasn't funny. It just depends, I guess, on how you watch it. I just didn't think it was funny either way. I mean, from what I saw of it. Beyonce urges viewers to take action in BET Awards acceptance speech. Does that include the people in New York? Because I feel like they're taking action already.
Maybe.
And not the best action they could be. What was it? 118 shootings. Or people shot in 83 shootings.
Wow.
That's a lot of shootings.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Real quick. Thank you, Ranting Monkey. Could use harp on them. I don't know if the Cobra Commander's Weather Dominator would be overly effective, but it could.
Yeah, stop going there and you'll see. I mean, California won't change much until it absolutely bottoms out. Remember, Northern California, they're not the liberal shitbags. That's the lower part of the state. But the lower part of the state is where most people live. So, Bill Belichick and the Patriots. I know you don't care about this, Jack, but as a football fan, guy caught cheating again. Who's surprised?
Nobody.
Even people who don't watch football are like, I thought that's just what he did. Got caught cheating again. They got caught illegally recording a video or a game between, what was it, the Browns and the Bengals? Right.
First of all, the Browns, really?
Yeah.
They're one of the worst teams in the league.
Well, they were filming it, I believe, because the Patriots were playing the Bengals the next week. But the NFL just gave the team $1 million fine and took away a 3rd-round draft pick in, according to the story I read, the year 20,202. That might be a typo.
Well, if it's not, I don't really care.
I saw that. I'm like, fuck, that's a long time away. They're not even going to care by then.
Right.
20,202.
That is a little ways off. But time is a linear thing to most people, but not to others. So it's also 1860 if you ask certain people.
He just misinterpreted the rules. And indeed, bastard. Should I call you Beast? Calling you bastard feels bad. His name's Bastard Beast. Which one should I go with?
You go with Beast, I guess. I don't know.
All right, Beast.
Thank you, Cigar Chomping Penguin, for the donation. I'm not going to read that, but thank you very much, man.
And guys, we're not reading that because he said something mean. It was very kind what he said to me, at least.
Yeah, it was.
Bastard Beast says either or doesn't matter to me. Look, as a fellow bastard, I can confirm that if you need me to, YouTube. I'm allowed to say the slur.
Well, it's his name.
There you go, bastard. No. There you go, Beast.
We're not calling him the Beast-tard.
Sometimes I read the first name, and that's what I go with, and it's like, oh, maybe I should have went with the second. It's just how,
Yeah, it works out.
Oh, 2 dead following a shooting at a Walmart distribution center in California last night. I'm actually... What? Yeah, the Walmart distribution centers, they make Amazon distribution centers seem like a free place to go run frolic through the flowers and shit.
Yeah, but I mean the distribution center, if you're trying to save a few dollars, just go to the store.
I have to be honest, I'm surprised there's not more shootings at Walmarts.
I am too.
Some Walmart managers are assholes, and you always see these stories of disgruntled former employees. And I know in my store that there were at least 3 managers where if I saw that headline, I'd be like, I'm not shocked. Thank you, Gamer Valine. Monk sending you an article on California water claim. All right. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, some of the ways that they treat people is absolutely, and I'm not talking about the pay because I know a lot of people, Walmart pay sucks. No, it's not. It's not that bad. They don't get benefits in their time. The bullshit. But when it comes to just the way that there was a woman that I worked with, Jack. She had fallen at Walmart. She was a cashier, and she passed out on the job. And she fell, hit her hip and her head.
Damn.
Yeah. And no real claim. They just had to cover, the initial emergency room visit. No big deal. It's not like she was trying to bilk them out of money or anything.
Yeah.
But she took a day off. And she tried to come back the next day, and it was about an hour into her shift. She said, I can't do it. And she had to go home, and she took another day off. Now, under Walmart's old system, if you took 3 days off in a row, it was considered one absence. But if you came back for an hour on one of your shifts in that 3-day period, that's 2 different absences.
Oh.
Yeah. And so they wrote her up for it. And she came to me because she knew I knew that the rules because I used to abuse the shit out of them. And so I went to upper management on her behalf. I'm like, this is bullshit. Come on. You guys do have discretion here. I mean, she was here for an hour, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, they do all kinds of shady shit like that. And it just depends on whether or not the manager likes you. So I've always been shocked that there's not more.
Yeah, GameStop's like that too. They will do anything to fire somebody. Unless you're a protected class. Because there was a gay dude that used to have sex in the back room at one of the local stores.
Oh, nice.
And he had his job for like 5 years. He was even busted hitting on underage guys. Like 15, 16 years old. Just blatantly trying to give them his phone number, shit like that. But we had a manager who was actually a really cool guy, but not the hardest worker. And he took an hour lunch, came back 5 minutes late, and they fired him for it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So maybe Walmart's not exclusive to this. I'm really shocked that we don't see more of that. I think it actually speaks to the decency of the American people.
Yeah.
Like that guy's a shitbag, but I'm not going to kill him for it.
Yeah. And it also says a lot about our corporate culture, how they don't value employees anymore. They don't care about keeping talent. They care about their career path. They're not focused on the company itself. Because a lot of these managers, they'll go to other companies, especially like district managers and upper management. They'll change jobs like every 5 years. They don't give a fuck about the company they work at. They're just there to be there for a couple years to earn a better position somewhere else.
Thank you, Pincalo, who says, Raid! Are you guys streaming right now? Oh, yeah, it is about your time, isn't it? Sorry, on Sundays, like I said, I used to stream from 7 to 11, Jack. And
yeah,
this is just the day I jump on whenever I can. I really wish I'd done it at 4 and then did another one now. I like to talk. Guys, I'm assuming they're over on Blind Press's channel. Go over to Blind Press's channel and say, we need something to say.
Tell her that Neelix is the best and should have been captain of the Voyager.
That's too long. Just say Neelix. How do you spell Neelix?
I have no fucking idea.
Spell it however you want.
Seamonkey. Piccolo says they're done.
Oh, well then do it next time. Bastard Beast says, Jesus, everyone is sponsored by Raid.
I wish.
Well played, sir. Well played indeed. Yeah, I know Sam Walton had his issues, you know?
Yeah.
But if you read what he actually said and the policies he put in place for employees, he knew the value of a good employee, the value of a loyal employee.
Oh, absolutely. You can't replace people like that. You have to fight to keep them.
Yeah. And these days it's just like, fuck you. We don't like it. And it's amazing how many times it can be just a personality issue. And that was one of the things that there's I agree with managers having some discretion, but a lot of times it's just like, oh, come on, you guys are being dicks right now. For folks like, I got fired, Jack, because their time clock didn't work.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Uncle Ira says, I met Sam Walton. He died before I started. I would have liked to have met the man. I'd have liked to have talked to him, actually. He had some very interesting concepts that by every known business practice that they teach you in business school, Walmart should have failed.
Yeah.
He did it all wrong. And he showed them that they were doing it wrong, and none of them listened. None of them listened. The only thing that they listened on was layaway. And then everybody got rid of that too. What was I talking about? There was something else I was going to say in that. Oh, talking about the managers and stuff. If you're lucky, you end up with a decent district manager who will overturn bad rules like they did for me. But I've seen even the district managers be shitheads to people. And I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked there's not more violence. I'm happy there's not more violence. But yeah, there was a shooting at a distribution center. I have no doubt it was either a bad manager issue or an infidelity issue, because there's a lot of that at Walmart too.
Gross.
There's a lot of people fucking people they shouldn't be putting their dicks in.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not one of those people who believes you shouldn't find love at work or even look for love at work. That's fine. But don't put your dick in people you're not supposed to be putting your dick in. That's just asking for trouble, man.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that anywhere, not at work, just anywhere. Seems to me that that's a bad idea. Jealousy is a strong human emotion. I mean, it leads to things like anger, but if it starts with that jealousy, it can be a horrible thing.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Took you a minute.
Faithless says shitting where you eat. Again, I don't have problems with that. I know a lot of couples who met at work and have had long, wonderful marriages from it.
Show-offs.
Right? But I just think you got to be careful. I mean, look for the single people, you know? Or at the very least, not people who are married. If they're just dating, okay, you haven't made any vows to each other yet. All right. But married? Oh, where are we at here? Why is Lena Dunham trending? I saw Satsu had made a post about her earlier.
She's still gross. Every time I see her, I'm like, you got uglier.
I don't know why she's trending, though. Is it just for the fun of it because it's Lena Dunham? I mean, I see this Hollywood Reporter article being thrown out over and over again. It says Lena Dunham was 23 when she sold Girls to HBO with a 1.5-page long pitch without a character nor plot, but it's from 2017. I don't know why that's relevant today.
I don't know. Did she mention something about like abusing her sister in her book?
Yes, she claims when she was young she fiddled with her sister. Yeah.
Fucked up. Why is she a champion of the left?
Because she's a fat, ugly chick.
Oh, she's so gross.
She's fat and ugly, and she preaches lefty shit. So of course she's going to be loved by them, and of course she has a gay show, Jack.
I don't care. She's icky and she's stupid.
She's also the one that says she wishes she had had an abortion. I wish I had got to scrape a baby out of my uterus.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And she's the one who threw a major fit because Odell Beckham paid no attention to her at some function they were both at. They were seated at the same table. And he was playing on his phone when she walked up, and he didn't pay any attention to her. And she's like, he probably just isn't paying attention to me because I'm not a hot girl. Or he just doesn't give a fuck about you at all. The same woman who would have been losing her shit if he had been sexually objectifying her, mad because he wasn't sexually objectifying her.
No, I want him to visit his optometrist.
Angry, thank you so much. My pain is bad this weekend and my depression with it. Have this with my sincerest thanks for being the glue that is holding my world together. All your shows make me happy, no matter how stupid things get. Sorry to hear about the pain, and I understand the depression, my friend. I hope we make you laugh a little bit because I know that helps a lot. And that's very kind of you to say. People are being very kind to us just in words. You guys are being very kind with donations. That is a very kind donation. But your words, man. That's the donations are nice. I swear to God, they are. I don't want anybody to think, oh, Monkey's trying to pretend he's like a Buddhist monk who lives on nothing. No, I do appreciate it. I really do. But it's those kind words that keep me going.
Yeah, I mean, we're glad you guys like us. When you come out every time and watch, and we appreciate that. We enjoy doing the show, and we're glad you do too.
Yeah, I like making people laugh. I don't know why. I really do want to know why. I don't mean to bring up Lena Dunham again when we're talking about your pain and depression, dude, because I feel like that's not helping.
Yeah, she's a hideous moo cow.
Yeah. Just to keep you humble, Monkey, you suck. Humble. I'm gonna have to look that word up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
what the
think.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh my God. There was something I was going to talk about. When I was planning on doing my show earlier, I had things I wanted to talk about. No, not that. It was the Biden thing. Yeah. That video. That video is so. Ugh. You know what? I do want to talk about that more because I had a lot of people with the. Well, that's the game they're playing. Jack, did you see the video of Biden that went around today?
I don't think so. I've been offline
All
most
right.
of the day.
You know what? We'll do our best to play it here. It's not the best video. But this woman, what the hell's her name? Melissa Tate. She's a MAGA supporter. And she's responding to Joe Biden responding to Donald Trump tweeting out the guy saying white power. Did you see the white power video?
Yeah, I did see that one.
So Joe Biden responded to that, say, today the president shared a video of people shouting white power and said they were great, just like he did after Charlottesville, which is not what he did after Charlottesville. And that would have been a great time to point out what a lying fuck he is. But she tweeted this out. Joe Biden, you're one to talk. Here's Joe Biden exercising his white power, calling a black mayor candidate a N-I, and then she spells it out in his own words. And then she shows this video. Now, the problem is the video is full of shit. And not just that the video is full of shit, it's that what she said about it is full of shit. I will do my best for the sound here, guys. The person who put this together purposefully obscured it for some reason. There's video out there that's really clear, and we can play that in just a moment. But here's the video.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots.
Now, that might look a little fake. That's absolutely real. That is absolutely real. He absolutely said that. However, he was quoting someone else. This was some kind of hearing on, I want to say it was on districting, and he was talking about people who were using racism to draw boundaries for districts. He was quoting somebody else saying that. For her to say that Biden said that about the mayor is an absolute lie. And there are people that got mad at me because, like, look, that's the tactic they use. They set the rules. We get to do it too. All right. Let's see. Check your Keyberdam said Melissa corrected it. Last I'd seen, she hadn't, and she's kept the original tweet up. She should delete that fucking tweet because that is bullshit. Not deleting that tweet is still spreading that bullshit. Anyway.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Let's say you got a good one in on Biden. You use their tactics against them. And MSNBC and CNN and CBS, NBC, ABC, the Washington Post, the New York Times, they all get to now run articles giving that in actual context, talking about what liars you guys are. You gain nothing. And lose credibility at the same time. Credibility that the right doesn't even have in the media world. You just gave them proof that Republicans lie about Joe Biden. She corrected it an hour ago, retweeting her original tweet. Of course. By the way, I corrected her on that within minutes of her saying it. Even provided the original video, Jack. Because somebody deeper down accused her of faking it. And it does look fake the way you see it there, because like I said, whoever made that, for some reason, distorted it all. The original video's out there, and it's you could just clip it. You could have just clipped it if you're going to do that. You don't have to make it look like that.
It's probably trying to avoid like a DMCA takedown.
Yeah, just look up Joe Biden using the N-word. I believe is what I searched in Twitter or in Google, and the first thing that comes up is a C-SPAN archive of the actual moment Joe says it. But when you do that, guys, you know what you could have done in this, Jack? She could have said, you said the N-word, because he did.
Yeah.
And in today's world, that's enough to cancel people, right? You said it, and it sounded like he had no problem saying it. He didn't choke on it or nothing.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate. He just dropped the N-bomb.
He didn't stumble even a little bit. And there you go. You can say that, and that's true, and it uses their rules against him. Instead, like, we're going to lie like they did. That's
Yeah, it's not going to fly because you're going to get fact-checked by every asshole out there and give them ammunition. If they wanted to do something, they could have clipped that sequence where he called Barack Obama clean and articulate.
Now, there's a whole bunch more to that, so that might be in there. I didn't watch the entire thing because I know a lot of the ones. They included the part where he said you have to speak Indian or whatever it is to go into a 7-Eleven. They included some of Joe's greatest hits, but that part particularly annoyed me. And specifically because that's what she was putting out there to people. She showed that, and that's what her tweet was about. You called this mayor that. So yeah, she should delete that. Absolutely, she should.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing you guys need to know. The left doesn't care if you use their tactics against them.
No, because they have all the positions to get their message out, and they'll just use your ammo against you.
Yeah. You want proof they don't care? I got 2 words for you. Tara Reid.
Yep.
You see how much that hurt Joe Biden?
Not at all.
So yeah, I understand the desire to play by their rules, Jack. I do. But if you're going to do it, you need to be smart about it. You can't let yourself be a liar. Yeah, Tara, who exactly, assassin?
Real quick, thank you, Atheist Icon. My daughter decided to flip kick a midget today. This was all we could get from them. It could have been a child. They did call for mom. Midgets, children, same difference. Thanks, Atheist.
Nice. Faithless says Justin Trudeau. Indeed. Ralph Northam. We don't even have to go north of the border. Let's stay in our country. Ralph Northam. That was a man who was dressed up in shoe polish to play a black dude for Halloween. Came out, admitted that he wasn't sure which of the guys in the picture. Because remember, there's one guy in a Klan outfit too. He's like, yeah, one of them's me. I don't know which. And then the next day had the balls to come out and go, yeah, that ain't me.
Yeah, as if we all forgot over 24 hours.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. All of this stuff. I mean, even if you use their tactics against them, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
They control the narrative.
Yeah. They're running all the institutions with influence, all of the media. The vast majority of the media. And you calling them out, they could just flood the alternative narrative onto everything. And they'll have their friends at YouTube and all these other tech companies take down what you say against them. So lying doesn't help you at all.
No. In fact, she could get in trouble for that tweet. You're not allowed to. I mean, there's with some of the Twitter rules going on, you have the campaign going on right now. She can get in trouble for that tweet.
Yeah, and that only goes in one direction too. So if you spread fake news, it's okay if you're CNN, but not if you're a Republican or on a conservative side.
And it sucks that we have to be better than them. It does. But welcome to reality. Life ain't fair. Shaming only works on people with a conscience. Well, here's the thing, Browncoat. If, let's say, we're gonna play hypothetical for a minute. Guys, come with me. Let's say that Joe Biden loses in 2020, right? For some reason, he's gets all of his cognitive abilities back, and he comes back for 2024. But the powers that be have decided that he's not going to be the candidate. Then this would become an issue. Because they'll burn themselves, or they'll burn each other to get ahead. But then that stuff goes away. It's on an as-needed basis on their side. On the right of things, yeah. And by the way, by on the right, I mean right of Marx. Let's be true. They will. You have to be better than them. Because if you're not, then you're giving them the ammo.
Did you see the people that got doxxed in St. Louis, the couple that were defending their property?
No, somebody asked me about that early in the show. I saw it scroll through, but I'm not familiar with the people defending their property in St. Louis.
Let me see if I don't know if you want to play the clip or not, but there's a clip going around of these protesters going through a gated community, and they were clearly going to loot and destroy some shit, at least in my opinion. And this couple comes out. She's got a pistol, and he's got a very large rifle. And he also is wearing khakis and a pink shirt, which, if you're going to defend your home, don't do it that way. Okay. But yeah, they've been doxxed, and their info is everywhere now. I think they're quite admirable for standing up to what was clearly a dangerous situation.
Yep. Before we move on to what you're talking about, the question for Bernie after he denied the comment towards Liz Warren, they really are shitbags. Yeah, they had no problem tearing down Bernie Sanders. It wasn't convenient for them at the time because they wanted Joe. I have no problem with people defending their property. I saw there was a video 2 nights ago, maybe, of this group of people who came out to mock protesters being arrested in their neighborhood. And they weren't really mocking them. They were just yelling, "This is our neighborhood." As a protester, why would you call the police? This is where we live. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, nobody wants that shit in their backyard.
Time for more rooftop Koreans? We'll see. Doxed by the mayor? The mayor's the one who put it out?
Apparently.
Oh. Lawsuit time.
Yeah. There's a lot of people online against this couple, but I'm sorry, I'd be very nervous too if I was them.
So would I. Where I live in the middle of nowhere, Jack, if like 10 people would be a huge crowd here, started walking up the street chanting and yelling and breaking shit, you need to go.
There's a couple of different clips from this, and
let me see.
The last two.
How much of it? I'll take a quick look.
Yeah, take a look, see if you're wanting to show it. But yeah, I just think this is the type of shit that we're heading for. It's gonna get a little crazy.
Yeah, that one I can't show that. I get it, but yeah, we can't show that one on here. I'll put it in the chat for those of you who want to see it. This would be considered glorifying gun violence, Jack. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
But yeah, check it out, guys. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Get the fuck back. You hear one guy in there, I'm going to take that from you. I wouldn't try that if I were you.
I won't recommend saying shit like that to somebody that's holding a gun pointing it in your general direction.
Right. I was watching those protests last night when we were watching. I'm waiting for it to die down, and in some respects it has, but like last night it seemed to blow back up quite a bit. And maybe it was just because it's a Saturday night, because we watched one on Thursday, which was mostly just a small group of jackasses. But there were several really large groups out across the country last night. What do you think will happen on July 4th? Or for the July 4th weekend?
I think we're going to see some statues taken down, especially in towns that do have fireworks, because that'll cover up the noise, will distract, and people will be over watching fireworks. They won't see stuff getting torn down or destroyed. But I'd be willing to bet they'll probably have some protests, and definitely things will get destroyed.
Anyone who says I'm going to take that from you, just paint a fucking target on their forehead. You don't aim for the head, man. It's a good way to miss and get that taken away from you. Bikers will ride in for some fights. I'm still waiting for the opposition to pop up. I've heard tale of the Proud Boys being at places. I haven't seen it anywhere.
I think that's mostly phantom talk to distract from the fact that there's violence at these events.
Yeah.
Because they tried to blame the Proud Boys for setting fires. They tried to blame them for the shootings at Chaz, and it's been debunked every time. It's just this boogeyman they dust off every now and then. And it's pathetic.
It's those mean Proud Boys.
Yeah, the Proud Boys and the Klan. Like, they are creating phantoms to be afraid of.
St. Louis mayor read the names and addresses of protesters who wanted to fund the police. Yeah, I heard about that. That was the other day. I'm not down with that either. Reading out the names and addresses of people because of their political positions is kind of scummy. It's a dirty tactic, Jack.
It is.
What about the Boogaloo guys? I don't know. I haven't seen Turbo and whatever the other one's name was in a long time. What was the other one's name? Somebody told us it the other day. Shit. I keep wanting to say Rocket, but I know that's not it. Rocket and Turbo. Anyhow. Ozone. Thank you. Yes, Ozone. Anybody remember the chick's name? Because she's the only one I care about. She was cute, man. And she was rich. That's everybody's dream. A rich chick.
A rich hot chick who's madly in love with you and owns a bar. Yeah.
Yes. That's what I want. That's what I got. Well, unfortunately, she married me and became poor, but
that happens.
Yeah. She should have checked to see what the deal was first. She should have run a credit check.
No. My only hope is they don't run a credit check.
Lady Monkey, she didn't get money. She got love. And that's all that counts, right?
Is it?
No, but still. That's all I could give. I tried real hard. That should count. A family friend of ours has a cat named Ozone. Was he in my dream last night? Do you know? Because, I mean...
They are the guardians of dreams.
I'm telling you, in my dream, she gave me a cat. And it was a really long kitten, which was weird. I don't know what kind of cats have long kittens. Like, noticeably long.
It's a real furry one. It might have been a Maine Coon.
It was real furry. No, Maine Coons, when they're little, they're just little puff balls. I got him as a kitten, and he was just a little ball of puff. He was so damn cute. They do have very long bodies, though, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had one.
Yeah, when we first got him, when I pulled him out of the bag and Lady Monkey, what the fuck is that? I'm like, this is my cat. Leave him alone. That's why he never liked her, because that was her first reaction to him. And it's actually not true that he didn't like her. He liked her just fine as long as she stayed the hell away from me. True story. He'd be perfectly loving to her until she got around me. And he's like, that's my cat. Or that's my human. Anyhow, what else we got going on in the world? Russia denies allegations that it offered bounties to militants in Afghanistan, Jack. Are you surprised?
I'm shocked. Russia possibly not being honest? What?
You know what? To be fair, Jack, I feel like any country that was accused of targeted assassination would be like, no, we ain't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's too many that'd be like, we did it. It was us.
Yeah, I don't think they brag about that. Otherwise, they just outright release a public statement about it.
Hey, Goot, how you doing, my friend? He says $50. Let's go. I'm not going to disagree with him. I like $50. Even in pennies. I always hated pennies, Jack.
I don't mind pennies. I save them in a jar and cash them in later.
I just hate how little they're worth. As an American, I feel like my change should be worth more.
It's worth more than a lot of people's change.
Mm-hmm. But it's not worth more to me. You know, it's only worth a penny to me. It's only worth 1 cent. It should be worth like $50.
I don't think that's how that works. But it would be a good time to remind folks that we are brought to you by you.
If you enjoy the show, hit the like button. Please share and throw shekels at me and Jack. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to say shekels. Why is that anti-Jewish? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's a real form of currency.
Throw rubles at us. No, do those exist anymore?
I don't know.
What's the Russian currency these days? I don't even know. Is it still that shit they used to use?
Is it called the Rusky?
It's called the Assassinator. See what I did there?
Looks like it's still the ruble.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dollar. Look, any kind of currency you'd like to throw at us, we are happy to take. As long as it's real. Not monopoly money. That's not real currency.
Yeah, that's just mean.
I do like monopoly, though.
Go with gold ducats.
We need gold bars.
Nobody's giving us gold, dude.
Doubloons, motherfuckers. Doubloons. I always like the sound of doubloons.
Yeah, it does sound pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I see the guy now with the gun. I didn't see it in the video, but yeah, he's not playing. And she has horrible trigger discipline because her finger's actually on the trigger.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She's ready to kill.
And judging by the way that she was moving around, she's lucky she didn't accidentally fire that thing.
Yeah, she looks terrified.
Yeah, her husband is he's got it right, but she's, oh my God. Yeah, y'all might want to stay the hell away from there. Where was this at? St. Louis or Louisville?
Yeah, St. Louis, I believe.
St. Louis. Good God. Thank you, Chuck and Bear. On the subject of weird dreams, I keep having this recurring one where I roll my rig multiple times. I think I've been out too long this time. Will you stay safe out there and just keep that in your dreams, man?
Yeah, I think all that sweet Corona money you're making.
Speedway loses partnerships after Bubba Rope post. Okay.
The gas station?
No. I think they mean Daytona Speedway, Indy Speedway.
Oh, I was thinking of the gas station chain.
A North Carolina racetrack has lost some partnerships after its owner advertised Bubba Rope for sale online days after NASCAR said a noose had been found. Oh, wow. Oh, my. What was Bubba Rope? Buy your Bubba Rope today for $9.99 each. They come with a lifetime warranty and work great. Yeah, I can see partners walking away from that. Did you see that Apple has found that TikTok, you guys are going to be shocked by this, guys. TikTok is pulling information from iPhones.
What? I'm shocked. A Chinese company doing something sinister? Oh my. Let me contain my surprise.
Yeah. So, real quick, was this? It's my brother's birthday. It's about to be 20. I'm not trying to flex, but we're having an early birthday tomorrow on Monday. Did you want a song for your little brother? I'm happy to do it. If not, if you wanted it on the July 6th, remind me. Yeah, TikTok. All of you folks out there who are using TikTok on your phones, the Chinese are pulling all kinds of shit from you. And by the way, if you're on any, I'm sure Android is the same. It just hasn't been found, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a Chinese company you guys are sharing your thoughts with constantly and letting onto your phone with all of your private information. Now, I don't give a fuck. The Chinese can look at anything. I don't have TikTok, Jack. I don't really care. But plus, I don't like to use most applications on my phone. They're usually garbage. I like to do things on my PC.
Yeah, I do too. I don't do much on my phone except play the occasional game or some dumb shit. So, yeah, I have a problem in principle with what they're doing.
Sure.
But there's nothing of interest on my phone.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in their terms of service or something, okay, that's your fault for not reading them. If it's not, then it's dirty and slap them with some kind of sanction. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I've never been one of those people that, oh my God, I have to protect all my data. They might try to sell me toilet paper.
Yeah.
Most of the time that they come for your information like that, they're looking so they can sell you shit, you know? What's that? There's another browser that advertises on Twitter a lot. I forget what it is, but they're like, advertise with, or don't go to one who uses your information to try to sell you things. I'm like, I just ignore what they try to sell me. I'm all right.
Oh, that's
need to
probably
change up.
Yeah.
Pinkala says Twitter, Facebook, etc. They all do it. Yes, but those are American companies. We're talking about the Chinese doing it.
I think the Chinese are probably up to something else, looking for people that go to specific places that are of interest, like the Pentagon or something like that, or people that are related to them, you know, so they can look for exploit weaknesses, blackmail material, that sort of thing. It wouldn't surprise me if this was some way to get dirt on somebody to blackmail them into doing something, because
Sure.
I don't trust China at all.
At all.
That's
They're
how
commies.
you recruit spies. Yeah, I don't trust commies. But yeah, I have a real problem with the way they all do this and get info off your phone, your location data, stuff like that. A lot of these require access to photographs, things
Yep.
like that. I don't like any of that. And quite honestly, I think it should be illegal.
Real quick, Jimmy is Hazmat's brother's name. Let's do a quick song. 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy.
Dear Jimmy,
Happy birthday,
happy birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. I hope you have a great one. I really do. I know it's a week away, but since you're celebrating tomorrow, enjoy it, my friend. 20. Goddamn 20. Fucking youth.
I remember 20.
I don't.
It's that number after 19.
Wikipedia snippet says, you're not a fan of Belle Delphine, Ranting Monkey? No, I think she makes herself look, she tries too hard to make herself look like a child. And I just can't.
I'm not ruling out that I wouldn't have sex with her.
I'm not saying I wouldn't have sex with her, you know, if I was not married and all that. But she'd have to dress like a grown-up. Because she's still a pretty girl. I've seen pictures of her without all that shit on.
Yeah, I've seen a few nudies, but or whatever the online shit was. And she's decent body, good looking. The outfits, I mean, that's a fetish thing. I don't really care about that.
Jen, I know she's aiming for the anime weebs, but she's aiming for anime weebs who like the young girls in the cartoons. She's aiming for the lolly crowd. Youth is wasted on the young. Yes, it is.
So true.
Because you don't know how you should have spent it until you're my age, and you're like, fuck.
Thank you, Frank, for the donation. But I don't need to keep seeing ads for helmets after I just bought one. Didn't trust China. China asshole.
China asshole. Yeah, I didn't want to get too far away from the China thing because, yeah, I don't like China. Again, not the Chinese people. I feel bad for the Chinese people.
Yeah, it's living there must be horrific. Especially with their Chinese credit social score, which we're going to end up with here. Just watch. You think your credit score is oppressive, and trust me, as somebody with bad credit, I understand. This is going to be so much worse than that. There are people that cannot travel from province to province because their social credit score is so bad. It's illegal for them to buy a bus ticket or a plane ticket or to ride a train. That's how overly micromanaging they are. If you're not a good citizen to the country and say the right things, your credit score goes down and you are barred from getting certain things. It's the most dystopian, scary shit you've ever heard of.
Yeah, they're commies. I mean, they're fucking commies. Why would you trust them with anything? But don't worry, guys. There's an election coming up. I'm sure they're not using TikTok for anything nefarious.
Oh, I mean, Xi Jinping has to respond to his constituents, remember?
Yeah. I love all the Russian stuff. Nobody's paying any attention to China.
Yeah.
And do you know who we know sends spies over here all the fucking time? China. All the time. Remember Feinstein's driver? Worked for her for decades. Spy. They send spies over here all the fucking time. And I understand it. We want their money. And as an American, I want their money too. But you gotta be a little bit distrustful. A little bit.
Now, how much of that do you think is because a lot of politicians and corporations have ties with China?
How do you mean that we're not paying attention to them?
Yeah.
Oh, tons of it. And not just that they have ties to China, that there's money ties to China. Money makes the world go round, my friend. I think. Well, look at the basketball situation. Remember?
Yeah.
Guy just comes out. It's like the way China's treating Hong Kong's fucked up. He was what is he? Part owner of one of the teams or owner of one of the teams?
Yeah.
And all the basketball players. How dare you insult this thing that's going to make me a shit ton of money?
Yeah, all the sneaker contracts, like LeBron James apologizing for China like a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Well, aren't Nikes made in China?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, he's got millions of dollars already, and he can't fucking stand up and say, "Hey, you know, it's wrong the way they treat people here."
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He had fuck you money, and he still sold out because he's a greedy little bitch.
Disney coming out with Star Wars coming out there. We believe in diversity and not hiding. They actually said that they think people should be seen after they had taken Flynn off their fucking poster for China.
Yeah.
You know, because they got to do the right virtue signal. Like, you guys are disgusting. You're disgusting.
Yep. They care more about money that they're allowed to have because the government wills it.
Prospero, yeah, I saw that the Pats had signed Cam Newton. Cam's a great quarterback, and he might finally get a ring out there because it's still a decent system. But hell, the Patriots might actually be a good team and not just a team that goes 10 yards at a time. They actually have a quarterback who can throw the ball now. But I don't know. I don't think it'll be – when you're coming into a new system like that, it's rare for the new quarterback to be a Super Bowl winner the next year. And if I remember right, they only signed him to a year. He's just there to help the new guy get acquainted with the system. I'm sorry, Jack, you were saying.
No, the Indians got into a little bit of a shooting scuffle with China a few weeks ago. You notice that didn't really make the news.
No, there was very, very little said about it. And, I mean, what are they going to say? CNN, they aren't going to talk shit about them.
No. I'm kind of surprised by that because India is a really good ally of ours.
Do you find it at all surprising that the Democrats used to defend Russia a lot until perestroika and what they call it? I keep wanting to say Bolshevik, but that ain't it. That's a long time ago. What was the other word that went around with perestroika and all that? I don't remember.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I blanked on it.
Yeah, with the dude who had the big fucked up map of the world on his forehead.
Gorbachev.
Glasnost, that's it. Thank you. With all that stuff going on, suddenly the Democrats have decided they don't like Russia, but they love China. That seems coincidental to me.
It seems almost like there's money being passed around.
Seems almost like there's communism to be had.
Yeah. Well, they're big fans of communism, so of course they have a leaning there. So, but there's also probably a little bit of money slipping around.
Oh, there's a lot of money slipping around. And look, that part cannot be glossed over. A lot of the way, especially U.S. companies treat China and their dealings with China, all about the money. And that's what it's, especially in the movie industry lately, that's what it's become. It doesn't matter how shitty your movie does here in the States. A lot of these people are shooting for good international numbers, specifically Chinese numbers. because there's a lot of. They go to the movies a lot over there. I don't understand it. Maybe it's because there's a billion of them. They've got to be getting close to 1 billion. Thanks for going with me on that.
I don't pay attention to the banging habits over there.
Well, for a long time, they put themselves into negative population.
Yeah,
they had a law, a rule. I'm not sure which, but you could only have one kid. And when you do that, when two people have one kid, you're not replacing your population. You're actually going back. And
that hurt them. They've done that sort of thing for a really long time because people were putting girl babies in the dumpster because the men would be the ones that inherited family name, money, honor, that sort of thing. So now they have a very big shortage of girls, which whenever they have a large male population like that, there tends to be some kind of warfare going on.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on some of those neighboring countries.
Nuke Censorship says the one-child policy varied by region. Yes.
I think farming families were allowed to have multiple children, but still, it's the principle of it that, you can't go below your replacement rate and expect to have economic growth is the theory.
Thank you, Frank, who says 1.393 billion. There you go.
Yeah. They only have so much usable land, and they have ghost cities all over China where they just built cities to keep people employed.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird watching videos on those places. But, I would be surprised if they have to go outside of the country for women, and they'll probably do that militarily. I expect China to invade someone in the next 5 years.
I wouldn't be shocked. And with them touching off with India, I hope it's not them because that's the apocalypse right there.
Yeah, that'll be really messy because they're both nuclear powers and they both have massive populations.
Yeah. And they're not going to move north into Russia, so where else are they going?
I expect
maybe push into the EU. That's a long walk, though.
Yeah. I expect the South China Sea is going to erupt and they'll try and invade like Vietnam and Malaysia and stuff like that. They won't go for Thailand, I don't think, because Thailand is very difficult to invade because of all the jungle. And the locals are really good at defending their territory.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Chinese people. I really do. Frank, thank you. I don't know. They remove half of each population. That's good. There gets to be a point where you have to start worrying about overpopulation. That's just a fact. But you don't want to get into negative population until you're, I don't want to say at that number, but you see it coming. And then maybe you do some negative population, but you have to be careful not to kill off all the females in your country. Because then your negative population becomes a very big problem because you have no one to reproduce with.
Assassin pointed out a good point. The Chi-Coms are desperate to relieve the societal pressure that's building because now they've opened up just enough to give people a taste of like being middle class.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the city dwellers have a certain lifestyle that's expected, and they have to maintain, I think it's a 3 or 5% growth just to keep people where they're at. And they're really worried that people will start revolting if they don't keep it at this insanely high number. So I can see them setting off some kind of conflict just to keep people distracted from poor economic situation because they're artificially inflating their currency. And you can only do that for so long before that starts falling apart and other people don't trust you. But right now, China sells everything around the world. So people, as long as there's a consumer base, they're able to do that. But if that ever starts to weaken by, say, a pandemic, you would want to cover that up and try and distract people from it.
Stacy says, "Watch One Child Nation on Prime." I'll check it out, see what it's about. I'm assuming it's about this kind of stuff. If you're bringing it up now, Gamer Lean says Germany and Japan are in population decline. True as well. And Nuts and Prospera tell us we're putting them to sleep, Jack. They keep dozing off. Yeah.
Oh, that happens.
How dare you?
We have soothing sexual voices.
Don't you be giving them excuses when I'm trying to be indignant.
Oh, okay. My bad.
How dare you, ladies? You know why? One of them's from Kansas. Yeah. I see what you're saying about the, relieving the pressure and all that. I don't know what's going to happen on the world stage, and nobody's paying attention to it. Everybody's too focused on what Donald Trump is doing. And, sorry, guys. Nectar of the Gods. It's not that we shouldn't be paying attention to what we're doing. Of course we should be. But there's a lot of other stuff going on the world stage that we should probably be worried about. And far bigger than, oh, no, Vladimir Putin tried to get Trump elected by making ads nobody saw about Trump and Hillary. You know what I mean?
I hate facts.
Or Ukraine, Yeah, that's a huge major story. Thanks. The Ukraine issue was a problem during Obama, and I don't remember Democrats doing fuck all.
No, they kind of ignored it and gave gas masks to guys that needed guns.
Yeah, this is something that they didn't talk about very much, but if you go back and look, because the Obama administration, they did send some aid. Yeah, no military aid. They might have sent them 145, but it wasn't until Trump's administration where it's like, okay, now we're going to send them actual guns, something to help them defend them. Here's money that you guys can use to buy actual weapons, buy planes, buy tanks, whatever you need to defend yourself from the Russians. They don't talk about that. It was so important. They were one of our greatest allies in their war with Russia. Then why didn't you guys do something?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of stuff that people are paying no attention to whatsoever that are very, very important, especially China's moves around the world in the South China Sea and with Taiwan, sending all those soldiers into Hong Kong that nobody still talks about.
Yeah.
That's dangerous stuff. And people are too distracted by whether or not you should be wearing a fucking face mask. And these protests / riots that nobody's telling the truth on, then to go out and look at some of the scary shit that could really be a real problem in the very near future. Because this stuff it doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's going to boil over at some point. And a lot of the stuff is being done under the radar because everybody's distracted by flu season.
Oh, yeah. And whatever Trump tweets that day.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Trump's tweets. They're largely irrelevant, sometimes hilarious. But I would rather know what China's up to and how they are building new aircraft carriers and things like that, and why they're having scuffles with India, which nobody wants to talk about, or what the immigrant problem is causing over in Europe.
We've talked before about the 24-hour news cycle and how they sometimes have to just keep repeating stories because it's a 24-hour news cycle. There's nothing to talk about. That's not the case right now.
Yeah.
There's plenty to talk about.
There's all kinds of crazy shit going on.
And they're ignoring all of it.
Yeah. When was the last time we heard about the farmers being killed in South Africa?
Mm-hmm.
Been a while.
Shit, we haven't heard, unless Trump does something, like with Iran, just threatening Iran. Iran blew up one of our fucking drones. He threatened them, and he was the big bad guy. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, that was fucking stupid.
This is how this is why I tell you guys, the press is the problem. It really, really is. And I don't know how to fix it. I wish I had the answer because they control it all. Like you said, the riot / protest. Watch what we've been watching and tell me these are peaceful fucking protests. Tell me that they're peaceful. We watched people burn down a fucking building. We watched several people burn down buildings, actually, Jack.
Yeah.
That first night, man, we watched so many buildings go up in flames. Peaceful protest.
They're tearing down our history. They're tearing down statues to our leaders, whether you like them or not. They're tearing down statues of abolitionists. Mm-hmm. And while they're erasing our history, people around the world are having their own problems that you should probably focus on too. Especially with who's influencing and paying for all this shit. I would not be surprised if there was a bunch of Chinese money funding some of the bullshit going on here. And,
I have no doubt. No doubt at all. And for what it's worth, I know Soros is a boogeyman, and I think sometimes he gets pulled out too often. He's definitely an influence here. And for you guys who don't know Soros's history, this is a man who destroys countries.
Yeah.
It's what he does. And he's been trying to do it to us. I don't even think he's necessarily a lefty. I think he's just taking that side because he knows it's the easiest to destroy with.
Yeah. The guy is like a James Bond villain.
Mm-hmm. He goes in, he tried to do this to us, but he's done it to several countries. He just destroys their currency.
Yeah, he did the British pound.
Yeah. Pete says he's a globalist. I don't know that he's even that. I think he's just a villain. I think he's just a sick shithead. Yeah, assassin. He's just a psychopath. I think he does it because he's insane. He wants to watch the world burn. And yeah, fuck that guy. But we know for a fact that some of his organizations have paid some of the people who were involved here. What were you talking about last night, Jack? The vans.
Oh, the mystery vans? Yeah, there's
that are
right now.
All over the place, yeah. Last night we were watching the San Diego stream that one guy was doing. Okay, guys. So there's this protest in San Diego that we talked about earlier because the guy got shot by police. And there's one moment where right before this guy signs off, where he walks over to a street corner, where there's all kinds of water and snacks nicely laid out for people.
Yep.
I'm like, oh. And you know what really surprised me about it, Jack? Is that the bottles of water were not in cases. Somebody had opened the cases and laid them all out nicely for him.
Yeah.
Individual bottles. So you can just quickly go and grab one. You don't even have to take 2 seconds to rip open a new case and get your own. Any piles of bricks? No, not that I saw. This is organized bullshit. And the press, quiet on that. Not a peep.
No,
Something's got to be done about the press.
Yeah. Well, nobody's going to hold them to account for their lies. That's the problem. And I think some people are waking up, but not nearly enough to actually do something about this.
Stacy says Soros has admitted himself he struggles with the messianic complex. I believe you. Messianic. Did I say that right?
Close enough.
Because I feel like I said it like somebody who builds with bricks.
Can I watched the stream a little longer after you took off last night.
Yeah.
Can I show you a couple pictures here?
Can you hang on 1 second? Can I run to the restroom real fast?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be right back. Talk to the people. They're nice.
Messy psionics? No, not messy psionics.
That is not what I said.
Those are only on Dark Sun.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I have a real problem with nobody doing any investigation as to what's going on right now, like who's funding these protesters. Soros is probably at least on some level a globalist, and globalists should probably scare all of us. But yeah, I'm curious to know where all this money's coming from, but nobody seems to want to do any of the legwork. They're probably getting bought off, or at least they're sympathetic with the protesters. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist on the internet. Any embarrassing stories about Ranting Monkey? No, I'm afraid not. He's probably got some on me, though. Yeah, well, I'm surprised there were no repercussions for what he did to the British pound, but I think he's powerful enough. He has enough influence that nothing will come back to him. Greg, yeah, there's a really good stream by a woman named Haley Stats. She does mostly chat stuff right now. Here's her link to what she's got up right now. Don't leave yet, obviously. Drumming fan, no, but I did like that girl. She was hot. Yeah, you just have to search in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone or CHOP, and you should be able to find some. They're all over. They're on Twitch. They're on Facebook. They're on YouTube. And you'll find different people multi-streaming them. Eventually, I'll do more streams, Pete. But right now, I'm kind of busy in my real life, so I haven't had the chance. And I want to be able to set a specific day aside to do that. Do like a 1 hour or 2 hour stream at most. So maybe sometime down the line, but probably not till then. And it'll probably just be comic book stuff. So I don't know how interested people will be.
I feel like I missed something. Nuke said Monkey airs his embarrassing stories. I do, but were we talking about one?
See, BG asked if I had embarrassing stories on you.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I'll tell you my embarrassing stories. Because shame is not something I'm burdened with.
Right? It's overrated.
Okay, so you're talking about the riots last night. I'm sorry, protests last night.
Yeah, I was watching the Chop, and I noticed a few interesting things, if you don't mind.
No. Let's see. You sharing them in chat? Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Wasn't sure which way we were doing this.
I took some screenshots. All right, so it's just this weird, stupid shit that I found interesting. Not that anybody else will, but I like to notice things. I think this is a young woman in a yellow slicker. We saw her a few times walking around with a wagon.
Yeah.
She would drop stuff off to these guys at this station and occasionally go back over to the main area by the 12th precinct. But she was also picking up some trash in the rain. And I thought that was pretty interesting. But then I noticed these people in white coats.
What the hell?
They're wearing like lab coats.
Yeah.
And it's weird because two of them were walking around all the time. But then I saw these three, and there was already one of them over here starting a fire. There's like a little fire pit under this tent, this outdoor awning thing. Mm-hmm. He was doing that. And then these three came out of one of these tent areas, and they're wearing lab coats or like long white trench coats. I thought that was really weird.
That is really weird.
So I don't know what that was all about, but that really stuck out to me. I did see a girl later on doing some sweet bow staff skills. She was trying to show off how she could, because there were some people walking around with like walking sticks or staves. They looked like glorified broomsticks, but there were a lot of them. There was this chick down here playing with her staff, but there was this chick, and then there were a couple from up here, and a couple other people that came out of this area, which is where this entrance is. They were somewhere between here and here. And they had staves. I don't know what that was all about. Even one of the lab coat guys had one. But I thought the lab coats were weird. And this is that pickup truck we saw moving these barricades earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So that showed back up, and it's a big dude with a dog. He had like a Rottweiler or Pit Bull or something. But they were moving these barricades. Me and Monkey got to watch that. But then
it was ridiculous. They were so bad at it.
Yeah, here you can see it a little bit.
At one point, he goes to move. What they were doing is they were taking chains, wrapping around these, putting it to the hitch of the truck, and pulling, which you can do. It's going to tear up the road. But instead of slowly easing into it so that the chain got tight, he just gunned it, and you just see the whole truck stop for a second. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, I bet he fucked up the axle on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
But here's one of the white vans. This one was parked there all night. And there was somebody sleeping in it because at one point he had been outside fucking with the license plate on it. Mm. And then I think I told you about that, Monkey. But yeah, this one sat here all night. But there's one over there now, and I think it's a different one. This one was from a Twitch stream, but this one sat here all night. There was another one at this location sitting up here, and at one point I counted 3 white vans because there was one here, that other one which is on the other side of this barricade over here, and then there had been another one drive through the area. So I don't know. I think those are supply vehicles of some kind.
Yeah, but it's odd that they're all the same.
Yeah, they're all white panel vans, very innocuous, typical delivery style vans. And the other day I saw the one parked out here, I think it was, picking up tents and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they also did pick up some equipment from out here before and drop stuff off occasionally. And I've seen them move people around. So I don't know what that's all about, but there's some weird stuff going on. I want to know what these guys are. Are they like why they're wearing like these long white trench coat, lab coat things? I found that very interesting.
Yeah, and for you guys, see how dark the street is? That's because it was raining.
Yeah, and this
coat like that in the rain is just stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So it's not. It doesn't look like a typical trench coat kind of thing because they're open. They don't have them buttoned up. But these guys were walking around. Like I said, there were a couple of them hanging out here for off and on for quite a while. But they kept coming out of this area. I couldn't see because these are obviously not good pictures. But I was really curious what these people are doing and why they're all wearing the same type of coat. I found that kind of weird. But there's probably a completely innocent reason for it, but I don't know what it is.
Ponchos, no, those would be closed. As soon as you pointed them out, that's a lab coat.
It looks like one, yeah.
Vaultec lab coats, exactly right.
Now Kyler said my conspiracy brain's in overdrive. That's a strong possibility, but I was just taking screenshots of shit that I thought was really, really weird.
Well, here's the thing, guys. If you watch this, the party is over there. It's over. Yeah. There's nobody there.
Oh, it's shrunk considerably since we started paying attention to it.
Yeah, so you have just this minor grouping left, and they take the time to block off streets which are already pretty much blocked off. Now, I understand them putting some across as you look at that street, Jack. The street that comes from the we'll call it the northeast of the picture.
Yeah.
From the top left, top right. Putting some in the bottom lane of that one, because otherwise that lane is open.
Yeah.
But that's the only ones they had to do. And instead they moved all kinds of them around in all kinds of weird spaces. And I'm just saying, seems like something's up. Because by all means, everybody should just be like, all right, it's over. Let's go home.
Well, they had been chanting earlier in the day yesterday about setting up defensive perimeters and stuff like that. But they already had as much of a defense as they were going to get.
Yeah.
And if you go back, they had wooden things around those concrete blockades that they took the wood away from and moved it up toward the precinct. So
yep.
I don't know. I'm just curious about the guys in white trench coats. They look like lab coats to me. I don't know what they're doing over there, but I thought that was just kind of weird to see it like 4 a.m. in Seattle. Because it was 4 a.m. Seattle time.
Yeah, we were up way too late last night, Jack.
Yeah, I know. I was watching them till about 7 a.m. our time. Or a little after that, actually. Probably
that feed tends to bore me because it's weird shit like that's done. I like the violent protest. Guys, there's a great moment yesterday in Portland where there's a lot of shit still going on. And according to those guys, 33 days and counting? And there's this fat guy standing right up chest to chest with this cop. There's a cop line there. And the cops have already told everybody, you need to move. The street is now closed. You need to go here or here. And they gave him directions to go. And they didn't move, and they didn't move, and they didn't move. And finally, the cops rushed. The cops didn't actually do anything to him. The worst they did was smoke?
Yeah.
But because this fat fuck was right there when the charge starts, he just gets trampled. I'm like, right. Oof. You shouldn't have been there, you fat fuck. And it was funny. As we're watching all these people run away from the cops, this one chick we were watching, Miss Aurix, she's screaming, he's moving like you told him to. He's moving like you told him to. Like, bitch, they told him 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. And there were guys trying to challenge the cops walking backwards with their chest puffed out. Like, you don't look tough walking backward going, come on. Yeah. You look like you're retreating.
Yeah, it's always amazing. They always pull hold the line. They can't do anything to us if we hold the line. And then as soon as the cops even move, they could fart and they'd be like, run. It's funny. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Right? Oh, I forgot to say, I saw the one of the guys in Chop had a drone he was playing with.
Yeah.
And he's not good at it. I may have giggled a little bit at his drone capabilities.
Frosted says, as a fat fuck, I take offense. Well, if you're a fat fuck, you probably shouldn't be somewhere where you have to move quickly.
Yeah.
Out the way.
No running for fatties. That's a rule of the universe.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure out there in Portland they have a Downsy protester who's become my favorite. I love when I see her on screen just because she's amazing. The best part about her is that she doesn't sound all that much different than any of the others. There's a little bit of the sound, but not much. And yeah, she's the bravest of all of them. It's funny to watch. Classic bullies, once you stand up to them, they crumble. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last night too. Last night it didn't happen as much. Last night, pretty much after the police charged, it kind of broke up. But when we were watching Thursday, this is the night they set the clothing store on fire. They're standing off against the police, talking all kinds of shit. And then the police charge forward so they could, get to that fire and get it put out. And they scramble. They all scramble. And then it's kind of quiet for a couple of minutes. And they're kind of docile. And then as soon as the crowd comes back together and they collectively get their bravery back, until the police charge again when the whole thing repeats itself.
Oh, it was... On one hand, it's funny. On another hand, it's really annoying. Like, you guys are such pussballs.
Downsies can do things too, Monk. They can protest. I'm not kidding when I say she's my favorite.
Yeah, they can also rip babies in half because they have superhuman strength.
Yeah, I fucking love her. She is the best one out there. Plus, she's probably the only one who's intellectually should be there.
Yeah, well, she's probably smarter than most of them. She might be a leader.
Could be. I keep waiting for Sasquatch to show up in Seattle. We don't know where he's at these days. You are picking on someone's drone control. Should we warn the local Asians not to sunbathe in their bikinis in their backyards while you're around?
As my reply states, no, that ruined the surprise.
Yeah. It's Downsy is some of the best people you ever talk to. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Downsy. I think Downsies are cute.
No.
I do. I think they're cute as hell. If Downsies, oh God, this is gonna get me in so much trouble. If Downsies didn't exist and they came out as a baby doll for kids, it would be one of those things. Like, oh, look how cute it is. I'm just saying. It would be the surprise toy hit of the Christmas season that year.
It'd be Potato Patch Kids.
God damn you.
Yay, I'm adopted.
Oh, fuck. Tazzy says, stop now, monkey. Too late. No, and I am being absolutely sincere. I think Downsies are cute as fuck. I just want to hug the shit out of them. And yeah, I know some, and they're very great people. But anybody's like, they're really intelligent. No, they're not. They're retarded. It's not their fault. There's nothing wrong with them for that, but they are retarded. One of the guys that I worked with at Walmart he was mentally retarded, Jack, and there was slight downs. I don't know what else it was, but he didn't have the very wide eyes. But he was he was the sweetest kind of, even to this day, if he's at the store when I come in, I get a giant hug from him, whether I want it or not.
That's usually how it works.
He's a sweetheart though, man. And he loves my whole family. He's never met some of them, but he asks about them all the time just because he's heard me mention them once or twice. He
offers to share his armpit cottage cheese with you.
No. Downsy dolls would be a top seller at Christmas. That's what I'm saying.
This is my Christmas themed Downsy. Yeah.
BG says you're going to hell. See, now I want to point out, last night I was voted the worst of the two of us.
I know.
As bad as what I said was, as bad as it was, you're the one who got us Potato Patch.
You brought it up. I was just thinking, there's Cabbage Patch Kids, which just look kind of weird and creepy. And then you're like, oh, it'd be a hit-selling doll. I'm like, oh, Potato Patch Kids. I held it back as long as possible. I
understand the reasoning. I'm just saying you said it.
Short bus Barbie. Barbie the bus driver drives the short bus for the Potato Patch Kids. I miss Barbie.
259 people listening to you talk about the Downsy. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I didn't even get to the peelable window licking stickers.
Oh, God.
Probably should stop now.
They taste like sunshine.
It's snozberries.
But you set it up for him, Monkey. That doesn't mean he has to take it.
Look, we both know that I'm an enabler and I have poor impulse control, clearly. So, of course, I was going to walk through that.
And yeah, remember that Judge Death, do they hatch from bad eggs like those pets? Yes, they come from misshapen eggs.
Yeah, the back shelf ones.
Like they're shaped like potatoes. Oh my.
Oh, can you imagine if they remade Child's Play like that? It'd be like Downsy Play. I stab you.
This might not be the best time to point out how few likes we have.
I think it's the perfect time.
I feel like it might not be the best time to point that out. You know what? It is a good time to point out.
2 years.
We're brought to you by you. If you enjoy what you're hearing, you sick motherfuckers, hit the like button, hit the share button, and throw money at me and Jack for we're gonna need sunscreen when we go to hell. Excuse me. Oh, wouldn't it be? Oh God, Frank, don't
say it.
Don't.
You know
okay.
That was easy.
So it's not just Downsy kids, Jack. There's only a chance of getting one. So you open your egg, and it might be a good one. It might be a regular baby. And then the kid is disappointed they didn't get the Downsy one.
So I'm picturing a full-size Cabbage Patch style doll.
Yeah.
And it's a blind bag, so you never know what you're going to get. And it's in an eggshell wrapped in a blanket like a stork would deliver.
Yes.
And maybe you get the one that's like, all fuckered up and has to have like the accessory wheelchair. Man, I'm dialing it back. That's going dark now.
We've gone too far. Watson, thank you so much for the sticker. That's upside down smiley face. We appreciate that. Yeah.
Maybe the egg is in a black bag, so you can't see if it's a misshapen one. So you're like, oh, I got a misshapen one. That means I got a Downsy.
You know, the funny thing about this, Jack, as much as we're making the jokes, this would actually bring acceptance to Downsies.
Yeah.
When you have kids wanting the Downsy one, this is a good thing, and we'll be excoriated for this.
Of course.
I'm a
Probably
Downsy.
for the stuff we said the last over 5 minutes. Yeah.
I'm a Downsy realist.
Wait, is this the DQ? Not Dairy Queen.
It's the Downsy question. Fuck.
We got to mainstream some Downsies. Maybe the dolls smell vaguely of pee, too.
Why are we giving my breakdown here? That seems a little creepy. Eggs from older mothers. Yeah, I mean, Ex Bubba Hotep, thank you. It should be packaged in a cracked gumball. Yes, absolutely. There's gumballs in the potato patch, gumball machines.
That's fucked up. I think we're on a $1 million idea that Mattel's going to steal from us.
BG says, does the Icelandic one come with an empty bag? Fuck.
Wow.
Fuck, dude.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yes. No, it comes with a hanger.
Yeah, you win.
It comes with a hanger and a vacuum nozzle. Oh, God.
The strength of 10 men.
How did we get here?
I don't know. You started it. You're always getting me in trouble. I'm an innocent angel who didn't do nothing.
Corey says, stop while you have dignity. Never mind. Look.
Not wrong.
All the joking aside, it would be have you seen most baby dolls?
Yeah.
They're disturbing.
They're
not cute at all.
No, they're horrifyingly scary.
So if you had cute ones, yeah, I mean, that's why Cabbage Patch dolls, if you look at them, they're creepy. But they're cute creepy. And just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here, if you look at Amy Schumer's face, just her features, ignore the rest of her head, she looks like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah.
And she ugly as fuck. Just saying.
We lost 10 viewers.
Yeah, they went to tell on us. Nuts says y'all are going to hell. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Hell is where every egg you crack open is a regular one.
Oh. Wow. No, it probably would bring some Down syndrome acceptance. But it would be a political hot button because they're going to get bad press for it no matter how successful it is.
Exactly. And it's not because the Downsy kids would get offended by it because they don't know any better. It would be the adults who are like, how dare you make fun? I had a Downsy kid and I feel bad about it, so don't say anything. Like, stop being ashamed of your kid.
Right?
In all seriousness, people with Down syndrome, they're some of the sweetest people most of the time. I mean, like with all people, there's different personalities.
Yeah.
But the ones I've met have been the sweetest people I've ever met on the planet because they really don't know how to be mean most of the time. You know, my favorite thing is when they get upset and they just do this kind of shoulder shrug down thing and their head kind of tilts to the side and they go,
yeah, they do like the sulking.
Yes, they're so. I just want to hug them all. Gotta hug them all. Down the egg.
Oh, so many jokes that will get us annihilated on YouTube. Keep them in check.
Now, seriously, the horrible part about that is we made those jokes. This is going to be a bad stream.
Yeah.
But the truth is, it's done with love. I think I really do believe it would be a best-selling toy. If Downsies didn't exist, because since they do, people will be like, oh my God, you're making fun of them. It's like, no, look how fucking cute they are. You ever seen a big four-headed Japanese Downsy? Oh my God, they are cuter than a pug. I just want to hug them and make sure Hiroshima never happens to them.
Hiroshima made Japan awesome.
Some Downsy people are not afraid to tell the truth. Well, in a lot of ways, they're children. No matter how old they get, they just don't progress. And not all, because there are some higher functioning Down syndrome people. But a lot of them, they're children, and children tell the truth. There's a moment in a child's life when they switch from telling the truth to being mean. And it's usually somewhere around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But before then, children are just honest. It's why I like children so much. A child will go, you stink. They're not saying anything mean about you. They're just saying, I don't like the way you smell right now. They're like, oh, you stink, motherfucker. They're like, you kind of stink. It's just a statement, it's not an insult. And I enjoy their honesty. I really do.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know where to go from there. Corey, thank you. Get Scribe to make you an ad for this. Hell no, we just did it.
Yeah, I don't think Scribe wants any part of that conversation at all.
I'm not ashamed of the conversation. I think it was funny.
I think it was hilarious, but it was a good run on YouTube while it lasted.
It's true. What are they going to do? No, Downsies are ugly. Go ahead and make that argument, Susan.
Right?
Please do. I want to have that conversation.
Now, I'm surprised no one's made dolls like Cabbage Patch style dolls with kids with disabilities. I really am. That it shocks me that really hasn't been done.
Well, they have like crippled kids. You can get kids in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but that's more of an accessory.
Oh man, just can you imagine all the variants? So many variants.
Yeah, the
fetal alcohol girl. Imagine Drunkle being here. That would be absolute gold. Oh, I don't think we needed him. I think that would have been way too far. I love Drunkle.
That would have gotten us all kicked off for sure.
Yeah. Does the Irish one come with a case of Guinness, a bottle of Bailey's, or a bottle of Jameson? Yes. Thank you for the donation, cigar chomping penguin. How do you know they used to call Downsies Mongoloids? What happened if a Mongol has a Downsy kid? How would you tell? I'm asking for a friend. I believe you can find that information in the Christian Science Monitor.
Jordan already made a meme for us.
Fuck, Drunkle's here. Hey, Drunkle, how you doing, my friend? Remember, he's a pineapple, not a potato. And by the way, Drunkle, let me know, and I'm happy to always have you on, my friend. Let me go see. Oh, dear God. Oh, my.
It's just how I envisioned it.
There needs to be a gumball machine somewhere there. But otherwise,
it should be in the like a gumball machine, like Tom Servo's head kind of thing.
Oh, dude. Oh, God. I don't know how to recover from that.
I don't either. What's Chop up to? Oh, they're having a meeting. They're having a safety meeting, guys, because that's what they do. It's always meetings. These are the like corporate offices of fucking unemployed people. They just miss the meetings.
Oh, God. I do want to see Susan make the argument. Now I want to be canceled for this. I want to fight Susan about whether or not Downsy kids are cute.
Well, they got to protect everybody, and that means the good and the bad. So, hypersensitivity.
One of the blogs I wrote that got the worst reaction, because most of them were very well received, Jack. But I wrote about people with kids with mental disabilities and how they don't care if somebody uses the word retard because they're retarded and they don't really understand what it even means.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, it's all the do-gooders. It's the same kind of people that got freak shows shut down.
Yeah,
got freak shows shut down, and suddenly all of these freaks, I'm using air quotes, can't get jobs because they're freaks.
Yeah, they can't work regular jobs with lobster hands, so they're all on like welfare or charities.
So you got these do-gooder white women who run out there and like, we got to stop this. It's mean to those people. Like those people, this is how they're making their living, you fuck nut.
Yeah.
No, they should learn to code. Can midgets code with their little stumpy fingers?
I don't know.
I imagine they'd have to have a big keyboard.
Yeah, probably.
Something that looks like the consoles on the Enterprise D. I don't know. I suppose they can type, but do they have to have? Do any midgets out there with the big thick nubbins? Can you type? Uncle says, fuck. Okay, I'll come on. You don't have to. I sent it just in case. I can't say no to a conversation about midgets. I love midgets, man. You passed up downsies, but you're coming for midgets. Priorities. Yeah, I just wonder about things like that. I already know how they wipe because I did used to wonder about that. They have sticks. They have wiping sticks.
Do they also have poo knives?
I don't know. They need tiny keyboards. No. Old Guy Gamer, have you seen their fingers? They're like thumbs, only shorter.
I'm kind of hung up on this. A wiping stick?
Yeah. It's the same thing exceptionally fat people use.
Is this just like a tree branch they found, or is it?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a actual.
Do you order it out of a catalog?
Drunkle is telling me you don't have your audio connected, dude. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a midget store. Oh, sorry, we got to call them Little People. I don't know if there's a Little People store. Little People store sounds like where you buy Little People toys because there was a Little People toys. Do you think there's ever been a mix-up? A midget goes into a little person.
Yes.
I don't know if there's like one place where midgets just go and buy all the stuff they need. Hey, Drunkle.
Hey, dude.
Hey, Drunkle, how you doing?
How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I thought, I heard you were talking about midgets, and I thought I'd get in on the small talk.
Nice.
You're up kind of late, aren't you? Or early, or one of the two?
Yeah, not long. Just finished Twitch streaming. I'm just trying to get some shit sorted for the game for AAA tomorrow.
Ah, gotcha. What'd you guys play tonight?
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, I haven't played that yet. How'd you like it?
Oh, it's good fun. Yeah. Me and Phil, we have a good time. Not a lot of shit talking going on there, so I guess I need my fill of that, don't I?
Fair enough. Are you a fan of the midgets?
They make small waves in the community. I'll give them that. Yeah, I suppose so. I'm not a fan of midgets.
Let me ask you this.
Go on.
I call them midgets, which is the incorrect thing to call them. I find it far more condescending to call them little people, because that's like saying you have to remind people that they are people, which seems far more condescending.
You're probably right. Yeah, plus midget just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Just midget. It's nice
you
way
roll
to
them anywhere.
say.
They're tiny.
Well, and they're not dwarves because they don't all have beards and battle axes.
No, and they're not leprechauns because that's an Irish midget.
Yeah, and they'd have gold if they were Irish.
That true, very true. Oh, of course, the gayers, the alphabet people appropriated the gold being at the end of the rainbow. Now, when you get to the end of the rainbow, it's just bumming.
Yep, just
a giant cock.
It's
just a load of men just fucking in a bush.
Yeah, it's a surprise, but not the one you wanted.
Exactly. Now, I've got a question for you, Monkey, because you were chatting about Down syndrome before, and I mean, you said, "Is that where you passed up Down syndrome, but you're here for midgets?" I will always pass up at someone with Down syndrome, always. What? But a midget, don't know. You don't know, do you?
Why are you passing on the downsies? They're cute.
I feel as though it wouldn't be consensual.
Oh, God damn it!
With a midget, fair enough. Like, you could just pick them up and run off with them. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm aware that happens. Dude. But at least they are mentally sound. Now, I've got a question for you though, mate.
Yes.
Put your hands together, right? Have you ever seen a midget with Down syndrome?
No.
No. See, do they exist?
I bet they're cute if they do. And what kind of drugs were their parents doing?
Oh, yes. That's just all of them.
All at once, man.
Right.
Fuck.
Ooh. Oh, I found it's called a self-wipe toilet aid.
I told you.
Is that what you call people with Down syndrome?
No,
that's fucked up, man.
I call them monsters.
You call? Oh, well. Yeah, all right. Mind you, baby, you got to be careful because they got that fucking retard strength, man. They'll hold you like a map.
Strength of 10 men rip you
right?
apart.
Fucking hell.
No, Jungle, we were talking about how midgets wipe. Because they have those short little arms.
Oh, yeah.
There's a stick. And fat people get them too. Like exceptionally fat people, they get a wiping stick.
I wipe my ass with a rag on a stick. I'm aware of that, yeah. But I'm like, with midgets, surely they're still in proportion, aren't they? Everything's in proportion except for the forehead, which is abnormally large.
Not on all of them, damn you.
No, but only the ones worth mentioning. If you're a midget and you haven't got one of those big foreheads, you're not a midget. You're just short.
There's some hot midgets out there, and I want to bang one of them.
Which one?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, right. So you've limited yourself to one midget, but you haven't chosen which midget yet.
It's just one of those bucket list things. I want to have a harness.
Have a bucket. Are you not afraid like people are going to be like, oh, are you just wondering what it's like to fuck a kid?
No, because they have to. No. See,
I think you are.
I've had people, midgets and kids. Like, no, they're not even the same. I want, they got to have all the grown-up parts. I want a midget to hold her feet while she straddles me and I spin her. Because I think it would be. Yeah. That would be awesome. Yeah. You can't do that with a full-size girl. She'll kick you in the face.
Not without like some elaborate system of pulleys and ropes.
Yeah, and that's too much work.
It is too much work. I feel
that's why God made midgets.
Do you think that's why?
Yes.
I thought he was punishing their parents for something.
No, that's where Down syndrome came from.
That's where. Okay, I knew it was one of them. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Have they ever done an actual study about the people who have retarded kids? How much drugs they did?
I don't think they have, but I feel as though they should.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a correlation there, isn't there? Let's be honest.
Because if not, that means somebody was born with retarded sperm.
Well, I mean, you've chatted to bad comic reviews.
Oh.
Ow.
Ouch.
Well, no, nothing against you, but you've got that retarded voice, haven't you? Just that kind of,
Wow.
Yeah,
See,
maybe.
yeah, that's it. That's the noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunkle's making fun of your voice. That's some Inception shit.
It's a bold move.
It's so British.
What's making some fun of someone's voice? I don't know. I mean, have you ever seen a British person with Down syndrome?
Don't you all have it?
Oh, you see?
It's hard to tell with the lack of dentistry.
Our dentistry is free. I don't understand. How that doesn't make... All right, okay, you've all got Down syndrome.
Well, I'm just wondering how a pair of pliers is considered dentistry.
It's like you've never heard of the mafia. I mean, don't become
I like how British people say mafia. Sorry,
mafia. Mafia.
Ah.
What do you call someone with Down syndrome?
Cute.
No. I mean, like, what do you call them? Like, because I say, Down syndrome person, but surely there's a better word than that,
Yeah, you call them Larry because more often than not, they're either named Larry or they have a friend named Larry.
I don't have a friend named Larry.
Well, you're not Down syndrome, so that's how you know.
Wow. You just blew my mind. Yeah, no, right? All right, yeah, I'm feeling that. You said earlier on you like Japanese people with Downs. I've never seen them.
Oh, dude,
I'm gonna Google that.
We had a conversation one night because I love Downsies, and it occurred to me I'd never seen one of his other Downsies.
Right?
Yeah, I always call them Downsies. Because I'd only ever seen white Downsies. I'm like, are black people and Asian immune? But no, there's black and Asian Downsies out there.
Well, I just Googled it, and the one I'm looking at looks like, you know how some Asian people look like they're willing to eat a dog. This one looks like she just did.
Probably did.
I know a guy named Larry with the Downs kids. See?
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Evidence.
No disputing that. Yeah, evidence. Yeah, you got me.
This is an educational show, you guys.
Educational.
We are here to teach.
I feel bad for everybody named Larry because if they're not Down syndrome, they're going to end up with somebody that says they're their friend, and it's going to be somebody with Down syndrome.
Or they're going to have a kid and it's got Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Firstborn child. And you'd be like, oh, I've got Downs. What have I done? And they're like, oh, you are called Larry, mate. And he goes, shit. Yeah, I am.
Don't forget Tourette's drunken uncle. Go ahead, Jack. You have a stream?
Yes, real quick. Thank you, Frosted Glass. Downsy midgets was the genetic equivalent of discovering peanut butter and chocolate. In other words, they sell well, and the short bus was overcrowded anyway. Here's your cut, Jack. Thank you, Frosted.
Dude, we take the Downsy ones, and you have the big size Cabbage Patch ones, and then you do the little ones too. Those would sell like hotcakes because the smaller, the cuter.
So you want to make like a calendar of Japanese Down syndrome kids dressed as Cabbage Patch dolls?
Potato Patch?
Yeah, they're called Potato Patch Kids.
Oh, what, the Down syndrome ones are?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Breakfast Patch
We don't
Kid.
want to get sued for copyright infringement.
No, okay, right, yeah, because that's the worst thing going on here. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
It is, morally.
Gamer Valine, thank you. If you could ignore your fetish, you'd realize normal small women could cross their legs so you could spin them unless you were only legs and head. Well, one, I have a very long torso, so you could have rather long legs and do it. I just think it's funnier if they got the little stumpy midget legs.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean,
you're probably right. Yeah.
They're midgets. You realize how big my dick would look?
Now that's the first thing that comes to my mind. In their tiny little hands, you're going to feel like a giant.
She can't even connect her thumb and middle finger.
Wouldn't it be like you get one so small? Would it just feel like using a fleshlight though?
Maybe. But oh man, can you imagine doing that? And she can wrap her hand all the way around, and then you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, because like you've wasted that money on a midget prostitute when she's not really a midget; she's just short. Tell me, has she got the big forehead in this scenario?
No, the cute ones.
No, just short.
Did you know you can actually rent midgets?
Yes, I did.
Here in the United States, guys, you can rent. I don't know if you can do it over where you live.
Yes, you can.
But there are midget rental agencies. We had to get rid of the freak shows, but you can rent a midget.
Yeah. They don't like it in Scotland, though, because people just keep picking them up and tossing them like cabers. There was, for a very long time, the Toss a Midget competition.
Yeah. We used to have them at bars here, and they shut them down because it's in. It's not like they were abducting the midgets. The midgets were part of it.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay, maybe over there. Here,
it's not like they can do much, is it? You grab a handful of midgets, throw them in the back of a tiny little van, and away you go.
You just get a minivan.
Step 1, grab midgets. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit.
Indeed. Corey, thank you. Can we call midgets fun size? You can, absolutely. I don't hate midgets. For anybody's like, he's so mean to me. I love midgets. Midgets running will never stop being funny to me. And I don't think they're bad people. They're just midgets. And I do find some midget women really hot.
I don't know about finding midgets running funny. It depends what's chasing them.
Oh, no. Dude. Have you ever seen the one where they're racing a camel?
A cat. I have, actually, yeah. Yeah, I was just like, I would love to do a commentary over the top of this, but I'm going to get hit by copyright, aren't I?
You ever see the one where the midget goes running down the dock and jumps in the water and somebody puts the little sound?
Yeah, of course I have. Yeah.
I know it's coming, and I laugh every time.
That person who did that is going to a very luxurious circle of hell. Like, you got to go to hell for, just for hell's got to be seen to be doing something. But like where they are, they got like a decked out apartment, widescreen TV and shit. They're like, yeah, you're in hell, but only for appearance's sake. You're a good one. You're one of us. You are.
For the record, that wasn't a soundboard. I actually made that sound myself.
Did you do it by flicking your face?
Yeah, you just tap your cheek.
I can't do it. And then I end up with a really red cheek. Oh, no. I kind of did
that
one.
Was good.
Yeah, that was all right.
If you do it just right, you'll get the deep one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the white whale of the water dropping world right there. But you're good at it. You're making midget diving noises left and center.
I have spent hours amusing myself doing that.
Yeah?
I like to make noises. Yeah, I do.
It's kind of sad, man.
I'm not saying it's not.
That's all right. At least you ain't got a retard voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You got a good voice. You got if it turned out you were actually like 3'2", I'd be like, no.
No, I'm not. I'm 6 foot. I'm a big dude. I got little legs, but I'm a big man.
You got little midget legs then.
My inseam is 29 inches and I'm 6 foot tall. You do the math.
It's maths.
God damn British people.
Yeah.
He'll probably do it in metric anyway.
Well, I mean, you do things. How many cents to a dollar there, buddy?
100.
Yeah, so that's kind of metric, isn't it?
No, it's
kind of is though.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're not right.
Am I wrong?
That. Well, no. It's that you're. Fuck.
Yeah.
Monkey should.
You're talking about midgets, and I came in with big ideas.
Now you fucked me up. We got to change our monetary system.
You do. Just so you were right about this one thing.
No, you know what? This actually goes with what I was saying earlier. I don't like how little pennies are worth. So if it takes 60 pennies to make $1, that means they're worth more. And I win all the way around. It's time to change our pennies to be worth what's 1/60th of $1?
Oh, woman? Oh, I
don't know. Oh my God.
You don't like how little pennies are worth, but you like little people.
Oh, I love little people. Yeah. Gamer Lean says, "Is there a video of you running Hobbit legs?" No, I actually run very well. One of my friend's wives. He did have several wives, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
This is his second wife. The first time she saw me run, she actually commented to him. She said, "Don't tell him, but he runs really fast for somebody with short legs." And of course, he told me because he knew I'd laugh at it.
And you're like, "Bitch, what?
What'd you say, bitch? I will run all over you."
They'll just take longer.
Yeah. No, I'm fast. They're just short.
Yeah, I think we need video evidence of this. I'm afraid, dude.
Yeah, I can't run these days, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's very fucking convenient.
You just told a cripple to run.
Yeah.
Well,
And if
Joe
the
Biden
cripple
told
knew
us-
what was good for him, he would.
It's like telling a deaf woman to listen.
Well, that doesn't matter because they can't hear you taking the piss out of them. That's different.
It's like that time Joe Biden told that crippled guy to stand up.
Yes. Nope. Thank you. Cent stands for percent, so it is a base 100 system. Metric is a base 100 system, so it is different. That's why you have gram, decigram, centigram, kilogram, 1, 10, 100, 1,000. Suck it, Drunkle.
Except you just made the word centigram up. What you're thinking is centipede, which is a creature with 100 legs. Also,
You guys use what is centimeter part of?
that would be a meter.
Oh, okay. It's the meter gram. Monkey's just a midget whose torso got stretched. You know what? You're not wrong. You know how hard it is to find. Pants are actually easy to find. Shirts are hard to find.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they don't go down far enough.
You
And
got
my
to get
belly's
the Down
showed.
syndrome shirts. And...
Luckily, I have my 6-pack.
Oh, are we telling jokes? Are we?
Yes, I do. Virgil says I'm 5'4". My inseam is 26 inches. My legs, my hips are exactly the same height as my wife's hips, and she is 5'2".
And your wife has got some childbearing hips.
Well, she does now.
Well, since she bore children.
I done flatten them out or whatever it takes to do that.
Oh,
Remember
geez.
Weibo's running video, Ranting Monkey? Yes, I do, Lion Patriot. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, she sent me one of her running because I love watching midgets run. She's almost midget sized. Corey, thank you. Hey, I'm audibly crippled. I know. Sorry about that, Deffy. And Gamer Valine, thank you. Only person taller whose car I can drive as set. Me and my wife, oddly enough, we do have the car seat set at different heights because if I used it, she always lifts it way up, which I don't understand, and I get in and break my neck.
You sit in car seats like wee little babies?
What else would you call it?
A seat.
The seat of the car?
I mean, when you're saying you're getting into the car, you don't need to specify that you're sitting in a car seat.
I have little legs. I need a car seat.
Well, what if he's taken the back seat out and replaced it with rocking chairs?
That would be cool.
You got a point.
Oh my goodness.
You've got a point. All right. All right, you got me there.
What you been working on lately, bud?
I've just been working, dude. There's very little else. I've been using my free time to build up my Twitch channel, and other than that, just doing the day job.
How you like
Nuts?
Twitch?
Oh, I'm
Before
enjoying
you
it.
answer that, hang on. Nuts, thank you for dropping our Streamlabs link. Sweetie, you are a wonderful person. Guys, don't forget, we're brought to you by you. Hit the like, hit the share, and toss money at the three of us because we like to eat.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I love to eat.
Question was, how do you like Twitch?
Yeah, it's all right.
Do you like the setup over there?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's different, isn't it? I think that's why I've been doing it so much, you know, little bit of something different, and you're happy, aren't you? I need to go back and do more YouTube stuff, though. I mean, I'm working on a game for the AAA tomorrow, and you made me think of that because, of course, we've done the game Is It a Midget?
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
zoom in on the photo, and you got to guess whether it's a midget or not. You know, every time, except for one time, I brought up a photo of Emma Watson. I've zoomed in on her forehead, and Sinatra has guessed midget. Why? Because Emma Watson has a midget forehead.
Yeah,
Jack
Ellen
can give
Page
you-
is real bad for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jack can give you a list of women with big foreheads if you need them.
Yeah, Rachel
Yeah.
McAdams, Ellen Page. There's a lot of them in Hollywood. You just take one look at them, and you're like, you have a weird forehead.
Rachel McAdams, and oh my day, she does.
Right?
Yeah.
And you don't see it right away either because I don't know, camera angles, makeup. Ellen Page is the worst. That chick could bonk your forehead out. If she headbutts you, it's going to hurt.
She's got a midget forehead.
She does.
So I'm glad we cleared that all up.
Indeed. Big foreheads get discussed around here from time to time.
It's only fair, though, isn't it? Foreheads and midget foreheads. You ever notice when you see like a picture of a leprechaun, they haven't got massive foreheads? That's because they're different.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And they always look like they're ready to fight.
That's because they are.
Indeed.
It's because they're Irish. They're probably a little loaded.
I don't know if like you have to be Irish to be a leprechaun,
I think
but you
do.
have to be a leprechaun to be Irish.
Well, I've never seen an Asian one. So there may be some kind of like restrictions on it.
You've never seen an Asian Irishman?
Never seen an Asian leprechaun.
No. Yeah. What's that about?
It's discrimination. That's what that's about.
It is, yeah.
Wikipedia.
I'm sure
I can't.
like...
I'm not disputing what you're saying there, Wikipedia, but I can't read that out loud because we'd get in trouble.
oh, one of those, is it? Let me have
yeah. And it's just somebody's name who may have a forehead the size of a I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying not to be insulting, but they are a fellow YouTuber, or were. I don't know if that person still is after showing anime videos.
Is it Alex?
No.
It's not bad. I'm disappointed.
I tuned into you guys the other day. You guys were about to play GTFO. Have you guys played before?
No, that was the first time.
How'd it go? I didn't get to watch. I had to leave.
It was all right. I got the impression Ghastly wasn't really into it. But I mean, it's just a first-person shooter, to be honest. There's nothing really special about it, you know.
We played it, and I don't know if it's been updated since then, but it was just ridiculously hard.
It's very difficult.
But yeah, that's one that I like. I mean, I'm good with, but just give us a little more ammo in that game. Fuck.
Holy shit! Yeah, ran out of ammo very quickly. But then I suppose you're meant to be using your hammer for a lot of it, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess. But
it's difficult to be silent when you've got Sinatra on your team.
God, he set things off so many times.
Oh wow! Or every time.
Travis Tritt would be a good. Is it a midget drunkle? There you go. He would.
That?
He has Travis Tritt. He's a country singer star.
Travis Tritt.
Yep, he's got a
double T. Okay.
And yes.
Wow! Haircut of the gods.
He actually looks like a midget.
But he's not a midget?
No, he's not a midget.
Oh my days, he's not a midget, but he looks so much. He looks like a midget.
He does. Looks like a midget. Should we have a midget?
He's a giant midget.
Wow, a giant midget. I love it. That's great.
I've seen those before.
Yeah, I saw them at Walmart the other day. You can't get away from them. The giant midgets, man, they're everywhere.
You've seen a giant midget?
Yeah. He was like a regular height person, like 5'5" or something, but he had like this bushy hair, like the dude that hangs out with Will Ferrell in all his movies, like Step Brothers, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
But he had the stubby arms and the like big Mongo forehead and the sunken eyes that said he like wishes he had a soul and a life too. But yeah, he had all the midget proportions, but he was over 5 foot tall. It was horrifying. And
don't we all have midget proportions? That I mean, unless you have a big forehead, you are, like we've all got midget proportions except for the forehead, because midgets are in proportion except for the forehead.
You get the little T-Rex arms that are look like baby arms that never finish growing.
Oh, hence the wiping argument. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh God.
What?
Sorry, guys, I'm distracted over here. Some black guy. I'm just gonna put up his post because it's funny as shit. It's people in blackface, YouTubers in blackface, and it says, "Choose your fighter."
Right.
But even worse than that, if you scroll down this first comment here, it's an apology Shane had to make one time. And it says, I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat.
I remember that. Yeah.
I've never done anything weird with my cats. I promised myself I wasn't going to make an apology video after last year's thing. So I'm done. I'm just trying to be as short and honest as possible. I hope I never, ever find myself in a position where I have to type out the words, I didn't fuck my cat, because people think I did.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, that does sound like something a cat fucker would say.
That's exactly what a cat fucker would say.
You know, you just wouldn't, if you hadn't fucked your cat, you'd just be like, "Shut the fuck up, mate,"
right?
And just move on with your life, wouldn't you? But to issue a statement saying you did not fuck your cat, that guy fucked his cat.
When you get to the point of I didn't put my dick anywhere near near my cat, like that motherfucker keeps peanut butter on the bed.
See, I wouldn't have even thought of that, but I mean, do tell.
Well, it's a cat.
Led you to that line of thinking?
So probably tuna. Haven't you ever heard of women who do the peanut butter trick?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got banned for 6 months because of it from YouTube.
What? What'd you do?
Whitney, Wisconsin, the woman who fucks her dog.
Oh, yeah. You
Made a video about it. I got my first community. No, I did a video. So I'm aware of women having sex with their dogs.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, as someone who has not fucked his cat, never put his dick anywhere near his cat, I wouldn't have thought about the peanut butter thing.
Well,
Whereas you...
What? I don't even have a
straight
cat.
there, didn't you? You went straight there. Well, you
I
fucked
don't
your
have a
cat to
cat,
death,
but
did
you know what's right next to me is a jar of peanut butter. Expo Hotep, thank you. But
Well, that's for
cats-
attracting all the Down syndrome Japanese people roaming past in your yard, isn't it?
It's if only there were. Expo Hotep, thank you. But cats have such a rough tongue. People have different tastes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weirdos out there. Thank you,
There are.
Cigar Chomping Penguin. My dad is restoring a Buick Skylark. For the longest time, he had a bucket seat, as in an upside-down Homer bucket from Home Depot. He also had a bench seat. Guess what that was? I swear on everything you and I find holy, it's true. I had an uncle that had used a empty bucket as a seat in an old 1930s car he had. He'd drive that shit around. So I totally believe that.
I'll take it.
But that can't be comfortable.
It's not about comfort. It's about going from A to B. That's how old people drive. It's not about the fancy seats.
Well, I agree with that. Random Monkey, would you have sex with a Japanese Down syndrome person?
No. I don't think you can have sex with downsies.
See?
I don't think you can have sex with downsies. They can have sex with each other, but not. Yeah. There was a guy who got in trouble for banging a downs, and he's like, "What? They can make up their own mind." Like, can they?
They can.
I feel like they don't have the.
Look, aren't they just breeding super downsies if they're having sex with each other?
Yeah, it's downsies squared.
Yeah, because
I don't think you pass on the chromosome. The extra chromosome.
Are you sure?
I said I don't think you do.
No, you pass on
Otherwise,
two extra ones.
Yeah, it's too many.
They come
So,
out with 6 arms.
That would be cool. That would be very cool. You teach him the guitar, like how to drive, how to fight. Holy shit.
it's Spider Downsy.
Frank Hubbard, thank you. JF Wood, I'm sure he has. That dude likes potatoes. No, I don't think they have the ability to make that decision.
See, now you're belittling them. This is like you're basically doing the whole they're little people thing, but to downs.
That's because they're downs. Little people can do it.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, but you are belittling the Downies by saying they don't have the capacity to make their own decisions. They decided to be Down syndrome, didn't they?
I mean, it's a choice we all have to make at one time or another.
That's a lifestyle. Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
I'm still on the
one
fence.
of the genders.
I think you might be onto something there, actually.
They're gender fluid. Downsy fluid. Oh.
Is that why Tumblr is misspelled?
That's good.
Yeah. I feel like we've gone someplace bad again.
What have you been working on, Monkey?
Streaming. It's all I do.
That's all you do?
That's what I do.
Stream? Nothing at all? Not been working on any new babies?
No, I can't, man. The wife won't let me. And
all dry now then.
No, it's just that we're not allowed to have any more babies. She took the bullets out of the gun a long time ago, man.
You're not allowed to. So, like, midgets can make their own decisions, but you can't.
You know what I just realized?
It's married.
Because you brought this up. I just realized I've had my vasectomy longer in my life than I haven't had it.
So, like, your vasectomy is older than your children. How would that work?
No. I don't know. You took a jump there with your metric system.
It's not just my metric system. It's yours too.
My vasectomy is older than one of my children. Because Lady Monkey made me go get that done when she was pregnant with the third. And that was way back when I was 22.
She just wanted to hurt you. After
she did.
Kid number 17, she was like, I'm going to hurt his groin now.
Toxic Nightshade, thank you. Hubby just left for work, so here's So it's safe. Here's $2. Thank you so very much. I want my $2.
Damn right.
Yeah, that's weird. I just had a moment of clarity in my life.
About your vasectomy.
Yeah.
It's not too late, monkey.
Well, I'm a man, so it's never too late. You can get it undone, and then, unlike the women folk and their gumball machines, we never go dry.
Well, I mean, women can get their tubes tied up, can't they? Now, that does suggest that you just get in. You don't even need a doctor. You just need someone who's very good at knots.
When they get their tubes tied, it's not like the eggs stop rolling down.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. Isn't getting your tubes tied racist because all knots are nooses now?
Oh, God, wouldn't it be funny if they did
if you tie a black woman's tubes, you just internalized nooses.
You don't tie a black woman's tubes. You just have them have abortions.
Oh, tubes tied is the right supremacy.
No, man, that's what hangers were for.
You know what hangers have? Hooks. And on the end of that hook where it's tied, noose.
What?
It's got a point.
Wikipedia says, according to Wikipedia, without assisted reproductive technologies, around half of the children of someone with Downs will also have Down syndrome.
Oh, no way. All right.
Yeah.
So we should get their tubes tied.
Where's that extra chromosome going to go? It's not like going to just fall out.
Come spraying out of the dick end, apparently.
Oh, I wonder if they had twins, one come out Downsy and the other not. It'd be like our Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh, the twin set. Oh my God, Jack. Another $1 million idea.
It's a crossover. You would have the Potato Patch and the Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yes.
Yeah. What if they were Siamese twins? How would that work? Would only half of them smell like pee?
Then you need shit.
Can a Downsy have sex so much that he sprays out all of his extra chromosome?
I don't know. Is that where they keep them?
And is no longer Down syndrome?
Oh, that's a good question. We need to check with a scientist on that one, I think.
Yeah. There needs to be more research done into the sperm of people with Down syndrome for the purposes of science.
We need to study Downsy mating habits. Oh, my God.
And then one of them comes out a midget, and you're like, whoa! No one knows what to think.
That's still a better use of tax money than the prawns on the treadmills.
Yes. I'll give you that.
On the treadmills.
Yeah, there's video of it. You can look it up. They have they did shrimp, prawns, or whatever they're called. And what was the other thing? Like crawdads or something?
Didn't they do lobsters too?
Something like that. What a waste of millions of dollars.
They took our government money and put treadmills in fish tanks and put these fuckers on them with all kinds of wires coming off of them.
But why?
If you have an answer, I'm happy to hear it.
No, I mean, what were they researching?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, you don't know either.
No, it was just a drunken scientist idea.
Somebody in chat brought it up that maybe they were trying to see how far they could get as a mating or a migration pattern thing.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking know.
I think that makes
more likely they were either trying to harness the power of the prawn or they were seeing if they could create Chad prawns by making them really muscly and then see if they would then bully other prawns to create incel prawns.
Incel prawns. Oh, no.
That doesn't lead to school shooter prawns?
No, well, they taste extra salty. It's for the delicacy of it, you see.
Have a good night, lunatic. Thank you for tuning. Why are you guys watching? There's 262 people here listening to us talk about incel prawns.
Yeah.
Somebody just left. They just realized that at the same time.
You guys are wonderful and kind of horrible people. It's not us. You guys did it.
Yeah. You fucking midget people.
Are there hot prawns?
Like sexy or spicy?
Sexy. Because you need sexy to have incels.
Without a doubt, because obviously the Chad prawns are going to go for the sexy prawns, but the sexy prawns, you see, they're going after the bad boy prawns.
Yeah, because you can't have incels without hot chicks, because incels are only mad that hot chicks won't sleep with their loser asses.
Quite rightly so.
They're not mad that the fat chick, like that chick we saw last night, the fat one with the blue hair. They're not mad she won't fuck him because she'd do it.
Well, I think first we have to invent the prawn of size.
And then a prawn of color.
Yeah, and then hair dye for prawns, and then we'll have hot chick prawns.
But then the hot chick prawns are going to go after the bad boy prawns, and they're the prawns that are going around on the seabed. They're not on a treadmill; they're on a tiny little motorcycle, and they smoke underwater cigarettes and things like that.
So this is effectively just a new marketing campaign for Mattel to make little motorcycles for prawns.
Yeah, but then, I mean, those prawns are only that way because they had a really bad upbringing as baby prawns. Like their parents, mother prawn walked out on daddy prawn a long time ago because she fell in love with a Chad prawn. The daddy prawn just grew resentful, blamed baby prawn, which drove baby prawn into a life of crime. Yeah,
and we'll have to invent cigarettes for prawns so that some of the prawns can leave and never come back. So you get daddy issue prawns.
Yes, that's exactly. And we need to make consoles that work underwater for the incel prawns.
Yes.
And maybe if we could like spill some oil in the water so they get like oily prawn faces and start getting bad acne and shit that they can also blame on women.
Do women cause acne?
Some do.
Gotta wash them before you eat them, guys.
I enjoyed that. That was good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my god. What is a Megan the Stallion? The fuck is that?
What is that?
Apparently, Megan the Stallion, it's with 2 E's, brought Mad Max vibes to the BET Awards.
What does that mean?
She has this video that's shot in a Mad Max style. I saw a little bit of it earlier. I didn't know her name. I didn't realize that's what I was watching. I turned it off because it was horrible.
Is she a centaur?
Oh, Jack, you would love the video. There's how can I put this? Large-thighed women dancing in Mad Max outfits.
Why would you think I want to see that?
I think you would like it.
Oh, that sounds hideous. You know, I only like thigh gaps.
Oh, there were
gaps.
It.
He hates the rest of the woman. He just wants the thigh gap.
That's
the tastiest part.
It's shaped like
in
a
the gap. Shaped like a heart. Shaped like an absence of something. It's where woman should be.
No, it's like a donut hole straight to the vagina.
Here,
I can't argue with that.
This is whatever. This is her with long blue fingernails. Her thumb looks like is that her thumb?
That's horrible. It looks like he's going at Mach 3.
She's got worse toe thumbs than Megan Fox.
Why is it bent back so far? What the? All right.
She's gross.
That's a Chad prawn right there.
That's a total Chad prawn.
This is
if
her
this
driving.
were ancient times, she'd be a Spartan.
This is their.
Don't like it.
No. Wow.
Who is that?
I don't remember her name.
Megan
I'm horrible with names.
THEE Stallion.
Was she desperately trying to get on the Mad Max movie soundtrack then?
I don't know. Why is she... Should a woman have the name Stallion?
I don't think so, no. I mean, because that's a male horse, isn't it? You want mare, really.
Yeah.
I feel like there must be a good tuck job going on there.
Megan Mare. There's your thigh gap.
It's the balls tucked out of the way.
Yeah, this video is full of gross people. I'm watching it now. These are all unattractive women with really cottage cheese thighs and asses.
Right? I was like, ugh, to one of the women. And I like bigger ladies. Drunko, how do you fall on that? Are you like, Jack likes them really thin. Are you that picky or you okay with some
honestly
flesh?
Don't really. The only type I've got is I like the girls fairly pale. Long hair's good. Prefer brunettes. Other than that, no, I haven't really got time, to be honest.
There you go. Yeah, see? I'm with you on that.
You gotta take it where you can get it, man.
Oh, not me, because I'm married.
Yeah, well, not you specifically, but like the royal you. If it works that way,
I am
just
royal.
Generally, you got to take it where you can get it. And it's only in recent years that I've realized that some women feel like that as well, and life has been way easier.
Scottish man fined for calling an Irish man a leprechaun. What? That can't be real.
That's probably racism nowadays. Everybody's so hypersensitive and pussified.
Oh, it was a Scottish man who called an Irish man that. All right. Scottish man has been taken to court and fined for calling his ex-girlfriend's new Irish boyfriend a leprechaun.
Oh, really?
That's wonderful.
That's not fair. Of course, it's the new boyfriend of the ex. Of course, you're going to say shit about him.
Well, from this, okay, I got to pull the actual article up here.
I can't believe that this is someone's new boyfriend, and his first act of defiance was to run to the police because someone called him a name.
Well, no,
Right.
see, apparently, yeah, that was misleading. He also was being very threatening to him.
Okay, right.
He made threats.
Was he going to steal his pot of gold?
Right? Or his Lucky Charms or something.
I feel like he got the leprechaun got the pot of gold, and the other one ain't getting it back. When
I
you're
don't think that
60 and
leprechaun's getting
single,
the pot of gold anymore. Like, went to the police.
Asian-
Not good look.
Asian Hippie says when you're 60 and single, you tend to take what you can get within reason. I think you should take what you can get anytime. I'm not picky.
It's true.
But then I don't have to be. I got married a long time ago to the girl of my dreams, so it's not like I'm out there picking anything.
Ugh, gay.
Show off.
Right? Poor prick.
I'm married and happy with somebody I love and that loves me.
My life feels complete. That's what you sound like.
Right?
You guys sound like incels.
No, because incels are angry at women for not having sex with them. I'm angry at you for having a woman.
We're gonna be wrapping up here in a moment. I actually decided to check the hashtag, Jack, and it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Hashtag Jack is a good name. Hey, how you going? I'm hashtag Jack.
Oh, Jim Healis brought this up earlier. There's a video, and can I see the picture? Yes. Do you guys know who JoJo? What the fuck is her name? Siwa Swaya. I don't know. Siwa. Do you know who she is?
Nah.
She's actually a kid who got really rich here on the YouTubes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She has a video, and when I watched it, Jim goes, "Guess what the offense is?" And I'm watching the video, and all I can think is the music is as bad as Rebecca Black's Friday was.
Right.
But this is JoJo, whatever the fuck her name is. So people are like, "Oh, she's wonderful." But I was I couldn't get past that. And I'm like, maybe that's what the offense is. No. This is she's posing with one of the characters from this. This is a lion.
Right.
But
I recognize her. Right. Okay.
notice the dark face paint.
Yeah.
That's terrifying looking.
It is. But
I mean, don't lions come from Africa though? So that's
not a lion. That's a monkey. It's a monkey.
It is a monkey, right? Yeah. He probably. I mean, does that count as blackface now?
People are saying so.
Well, then those people are associating black people with monkeys.
It's almost like they're racist.
Yeah.
Well, China's going to be very upset because they're appropriating their monkey god.
Oh.
But I just thought it was some creepy kid with that weird werewolf disease where they get facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
You mean puberty?
There's a lot of people who are telling me it's pronounced Siwa. I will never remember that because I don't care about her. The only reason I know about her is my granddaughter likes her.
Yeah.
And so I've heard the name through that, but otherwise,
is your granddaughter like echoing through the halls of the house going, "She's racist"?
No, she doesn't live here. So I don't know.
Echoing through the halls of someone else's house then. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
She might be burning all her JoJo merchandise. Yeah,
as long as it's not keeping you awake. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about that JoJo thing.
Don't blame you.
There's a lot of times, though, I'll say a name and people, they're like, "This is how it's pronounced." I'm like, I don't care about that person. Never going to remember it.
Yeah, I've never heard of this person before.
She was on Dance Moms. Oh, is that how she got famous? That makes sense. She had an overbearing mom.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So when she, she's gonna have the daddy issues. She doesn't have a dad figure in her life. So
got the prawn daddy issues.
Yeah.
That her prawn daddy went out for prawn cigarettes and never came back. He's now
no incels for her, guys.
Got a different prawn family that he loves more than he ever loved her.
Sad,
that kind of thing. It's sad that it happens, man. All because we invented prawn cigarettes, dude. Like, we should... We're playing with fire here. We're playing with underwater fire.
It's true, but I will take comfort in my piles of money.
As will I. I will also take comfort in your piles of money.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all in on this together, so...
Not a fucking idiot,
With not a fucking idiot, we're going to wrap up, guys, because we've been going for, holy shit, 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, man. I've been there ages.
Yeah. Came in on the downsy midgets.
Yeah, but we're going out on a high.
Yeah.
Came in on a low, out on a high.
Thank you so very much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. You guys are amazing. I can't believe you listen to some of the shit we say. I mean that sincerely. I really am appreciative that we're going to forgive this one.
Weird, though.
Thank you for the donations. You guys are very, very kind. Jack, anything you want to show?
Yeah, I'll throw a link to one of my latest videos in the chat. Thank you for the donations, everyone. You guys are awesome.
There it ends. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of an abrupt end. I thought you were going to say something else there.
It's kind of like you're leading up to someone else there. You're having us on, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's just fucking with me. Anything you'd like to show, Drunkle?
You go to twitch.tv/DrunklePlays.
There you go. Why didn't you go with Drunken Uncle?
Weirdly, it was taken.
Oh. Is the guy who has it a dick?
Probably. Well, I mean, he's got my name, so fuck yeah. Fits right in, I guess, doesn't he?
Anytime I go somewhere and somebody already has my name, I go check him out. I'm like, that guy sucks. I don't know if they really do. I just...
What an asshole.
I have to spread my hate.
I feel you, man.
Tonight is what, Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. So Monday. We'll be on Satsu 2 Senses channel at 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. I may do a game stream after this. I still have to finish up the last part of Fallout 4 there before tomorrow when 7 Days to Die. Hopefully, the update comes out and we jump into Alpha 19.
Ooh.
Yeah. So follow me on Ranting Monkey Games. Remember, all links for me and Jack are below. You'll have to remember Drunkles because I didn't know he was coming, so I didn't put it in there.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's not that hard to remember.
No, it's just Drunken Uncle, isn't it? It's fine. Although tomorrow on my channel, I'm hosting the AAA meeting with Ghastly and Sinatra Says, and that's going to be fun too.
At what time, sir?
That'll be at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central, Ranting Monkey.
There you go. That's a proper shill, you guys. Learn it, love it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Drunkle, Jack, a pleasure as always, gentlemen. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Life makes me sad.
I'm not gonna sing about the downsies.
Oh,